The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by PeoplesBank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 26 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, the second half of this homestand gets underway as the Revs, for the first time since last year's division series, will host division rival Southern Maryland. The Blue Crabs are in town here tonight. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry along with Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on another summer-like evening. Warm, 89 degrees on the stadium board, and sunny as we hit the air here this evening. The Revs were denied the sweep of the Road Warriors on Sunday. They were going for their first three-game sweep of the season, but the Road Warriors coming back late. It was a seesaw battle. The Revs had trailed throughout the day, but in the sixth inning, couple of clutch base hits to tie and go in front.
And now Spoon, ground one's up the middle for a base hit. Being sent around is Cuevas. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline, and the Revs will tie the game. Travis Witherspoon, a one-out base hit up the middle, just past the diving Melvin Rodriguez. And we're back where we started, a 2-2 ball game in the home half of the sixth. Home half of the sixth. Cruz checks second, comes to the plate. Silva first pitch swinging into right field, a base hit. Polo sending Burgess. Here comes Mike. Throw to the plate, not cut off, and at the plate, safe. Burgess is in, and the Revs take the lead. Going to second is Ruby Silva on the throw home. A game-leading RBI single for Ruby, and the Revs have come back from down one, and they're now up one in the sixth.
However, in the seventh inning, the Road Warriors would tie it on a home run, then take the lead on a three-single eighth inning and scoring on a fielder's choice to go in front in that eighth inning. The Revs were dealt their fourth blown save of the season, their third in a game in which they would end up losing, and all three of those coming against the Road Warriors, a scrappy team despite their record. Tonight, Michael, it's a team that the Revs need to try to take advantage of in the second leg of this homestand. Southern Maryland just 10-17. Their pitching has struggled, but they did win two in a row over the weekend against the team with the league's best record, Lancaster, so you try to figure all this stuff out.
Southern Maryland, a little bit of a funky team considering who they've beaten and who they lost to. You think it would have been flipped a little bit. This is a team that we know has players. They have guys that can dominate. Fortunately, the Revs are going to miss Darryl Thompson in this series. That's nice that they won't get him. He's up towards the top of the league. I believe he's second in ERA. But this Blue Crabs team, they have experience, they have talent, and we know they're going to hit. The pitching hasn't been quite there for them this season, but you got one of the league's best pitching staffs in the Revs going up against an offense that can, blow up at any time in the Blue Crabs. So it should be a fun series.
Yeah, the Revs has a team second in staff ERA at 3.44, and because of that, maybe a little more disappointed that they're only one game over 500, but they do have a winning record on this homestand. Took 2 out of 3 from the Road Warriors. They had won 3 straight overall before Sunday. Coming in tonight, 13-12, only 4.5 back in third place in the Freedom Division. Southern Maryland 10-17. They're in fourth, 8.5 back. The Revs did face the Blue Crabs on the road a couple of weeks ago, winning both in a brief 2-game visit to Waldorf. Tonight, it'll be right-hander Dominic Severino making the start for York, 2-1 with a 2.57 ERA. Righty Brandon Compton will go for Southern Maryland. He's 2-2 with an ERA of 7.08. Revs made a roster addition today. Former big leaguer and former road warrior, for that matter, reliever, right-hander Jalen Peguero has been signed. Michael and I will talk a little bit more about that and about tonight's matchup when we come back on the pregame. We'll hear from Mace coming up here shortly as well. First pitch is set for 6:30 here tonight in York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
This Friday is First Friday in downtown York. Spend the night downtown from 5 to 9 p.m. and celebrate our restaurants, cultural venues, and nightlife hotspots. Enjoy live music, line dancing, a play place with giant games, and a kids' corner featuring balloon art and face painting on Continental Square. Then explore the rest of downtown. Get to know York again, or for the first time at downtownyorkpa.com.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs host the Blue Crabs here tonight. Darrell Henry back along with Michael Marcantonini on the pregame as the second leg of this homestand gets underway. Revs 13-12 coming in, just 4.5 back, with still an eternity to go in this first half. In fact, today begins a stretch on which they'll play 33 games in the next 34 days. All of those are first half games, and then there's a few more after that. And Michael, the Revs pitching staff has been a real bright spot here early this season, and they added arm today. When Jay Goss went down, Pat McCoy had to go into the rotation. And the one thing that, McCoy has looked good in his one outing, so you hope that the rotation continues to do its thing, but it is an arm from the bullpen that is removed, so they added some bullpen depth back on today. And a guy in Jalen Peguero who was really impressive against them earlier this season. He was in 12 games with the Road Warriors, and a very, very veteran right-hander, 37 years old, but all things seem to suggest that he could be a really good pickup for them.
It's nice to add another veteran, a guy with a ton of experience, another guy with major league experience, a guy who's pitched at the highest level, and knows how to control his emotions, handle big situations. And you're always looking to improve your club, and Mace saw an opportunity that made sense here to bring in a guy. And really, it's any move you make is to fill a need, whether it's a long-term or short-term. But to bring in Peguero, a guy with, again, experience, a guy who's faced the Revs, and I'm sure Mace liked what he saw when he pitched against the Revs this season. So a nice addition there, and when there's an opportunity to bring a guy in, Mace jumps on it.
Yeah, well, the one outing against York, he struck out 3 of his 4 outs and got a win in a late comeback back on May 2nd, got the final out of the 8th and took care of the 9th without any trouble as well. And I do remember his stuff that day once they got down in that game, thinking, man, it might be tough to come back against this guy because he looked pretty good in the 8th, and then he got it done in the 9th and obviously pitched late in a game. He was 1-1 with a 3.48 ERA in 12 outings for the Road Warriors this season, and it was with the Diamondbacks for some time back in 08-09, lots of AAA time, lots of time in Mexico in the years since, and adding to the Revs bullpen tonight, wearing number 10 on his jersey. Actually, his name pronounced Highland Peguero, with the Spanish pronunciation, native of the Dominican Republic. Tonight, the starting matchup again, Dominic Severino against Brandon Compton, as our first pitch approaches here at PeoplesBank Park. We'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Nitro Circus presents the Next Level Tour. In 2018, we're stepping things up a notch and taking the world's biggest ramps on the road. These are the ramps that have only been seen at Travis Pastrana's house and the Nitro World Games. And now they're coming to you. So come check it out, York. This tour is too big for indoors. This tour is next level. Coming to PeoplesBank Park on Friday, June 15th. Tickets on sale now through nitrocircus.com.
Colin Cowherd.
Ben Simmons will change the league. Ben Simmons is different, folks. A 6'10" point. Long, tough. He is already an elite defender, unheard of as a rookie. He completely controls tempo. Most rookies walk into this league, and it takes them a while to catch up to the speed of the NBA. It's the opposite with him.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save Markets.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mays, tough loss Sunday, but Mitch Atkins, a quality start, and he had a rough second inning with a lot of pitches, but after that, he was about as efficient as it gets. So, obviously, a good bounce back from one inning to the next, and a pretty good performance for him.
No, Mitch did a good job. He did a good job on Sunday. Like you said, he had one rough inning, but, starting pitchers are going to have those stresses every once in a while. So, he was able to minimize some damage and then give us 6 innings. So, overall, that's a good start.
We talked about it before the game, or before one of the games in that series, that Road Warriors team has shown the ability to battle, and they did not go away late in the game, as you probably expected that they would put up a fight.
Oh, they did, for sure. They're playing with a lot of heart. They play hard. They have some talented guys over there. We left some opportunities on the table. We had bases loaded a couple times and runners at second and third. So we had some chances to knock in some runs, but we let them hang around, and then they end up coming back and getting us.
You managed an all-travel team in the Frontier League. What was that lifestyle like? What you remember from the year that you were there?
Well, the lifestyle is you live on the bus pretty much. Everything that you have is on the bus. The only difference between my team and the Road Warriors, we had the same bus and the same bus driver all year. These guys, they're using different buses, different drivers. So they have to unload everything off the bus and on and off everywhere they go. So it's that's taxing and it's tiring on you. But the logistical part of it, you need bats. Okay, we need to order bats. All right, we're going to send them to York, or we're going to send them to wherever. And when we get there, we're going to grab our bats. And it's meal money on the road every day and payroll. And, it's a lot of the off-field things that are harder for those guys. Actually getting on the field is the easier part. But getting on and off the bus and loading and unloading in and out of hotels all summer, that wears on you.
Well, yesterday was I believe the 8th scheduled off day since the start of the season, 11th if you include rain. And tonight now starts a stretch of 33 games in the next 34 days. If you can peel back the curtain for listeners, what do players go through? What do you and the coaches go through in a lengthy stretch like this?
Well, I think talking to the guys, they're ready for a stretch like that because, it's hard for them to be on and off and on and off. It's hard. We were off every Monday and Thursday in May. We were off Monday, April 30th, like you said, not counting the rainouts and everything. So, this will give us an opportunity to get a little rhythm and to, I can rotate some guys in and out. We can start to use more guys. We have some guys in our bullpen we haven't used much, but the truth is when you play one day and you're down 2, or you play 2 days and you're down 1, your bullpen guys are getting a lot of recovery time. So your other guys that you wouldn't use regularly, they're not getting that much time. So now it's going to give everybody a chance to get game time, and hopefully that'll sharpen everybody up and then go from there.
Now you've got a new pitcher as of today. Peguero signed, and saw him with the Road Warriors, and he was pretty impressive. The one appearance that we saw, I know you remembered what he did against your hitters.
Oh yeah, good fastball and a good slider. That's what I remember the most. And for whatever reason, they let him go when they were here in town over the weekend, and we have a need with some of the things we have going on. So for me, I just thought, well, he's right here, and we'll go ahead and sign him and bring him on. So that's what we did.
Is the role pretty clear to start out with, a one-inning bullpen guy, or is it a little bit different than that?
No, that's all. Just a one-inning reliever right now. And, we got to see how McCoy does on Thursday. That's going to be a spot start because, Jay Goss isn't in there anymore right now. And, so we had to tap into our bullpen to get another starter. So I thought we needed to, try to fill that spot. So that's what we did.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck here tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Team is welcomed to the field as we speak. And the opener against Southern Maryland here tonight. Again, it does begin a stretch of 33 in the next 34. We've got Phoebe Gladiker on our national anthem here tonight as the Revs take the field. We will tune in and listen.
Fans, please rise, remove all cover, and welcome Phoebe Gladiker with Patient Access Call Center for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets raglan, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That is Phoebe Gladiker with our national anthem here tonight. And just about set for baseball here at PeoplesBank Park. The Revs and the Blue Crabs here this evening. Starting lineups are brought to you by Flying Feet. For Southern Maryland tonight, Johnny Bladell will lead things off in center field. Hitting second is the shortstop Edwin Garcia. Teodoro Martinez, one of the hottest hitters in the league in right field, will bat third. Angelo Sonko, the former Long Island Duck, will DH and bat cleanup. Frank Martinez at third base hits fifth. Devin Rodriguez, the first baseman, is batting sixth. Dave Sapelt just re-signed. He'll be in left field hitting seventh. Austin Green will do the catching and bat eighth. And Angeles Nina at second base hits ninth. Again, Bladell, Garcia, Martinez. Sonko, Martinez, Rodriguez. Sapelt, Green, and Nina for the Blue Crabs here tonight. That lineup facing Dominic Severino. For the Revs tonight, behind Dom, they'll have Jared Mitchell in right field to get it started. Alexi Casilla at second base, bats second. Hitting third and left field is Wellington Dotel. Cleanup man tonight at third base is Zach Wilson. Malky Mesa will DH and hit fifth. Michael Burgess at first base is hitting sixth. Luis Cruz will catch and bat seventh. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hitting eighth. And Ruby Silva is in center field batting ninth, and that lineup will face Brandon Compton. Again, Mitchell, Casilla, Dotel, Wilson, Mesa, Burgess, Cruz, Dent, and Silva for the Revs. And as Bladell makes his way to the plate for Southern Maryland, Severino set to go 2-1 in 5 starts at 2.57 ERA, 8th in the league. One of 4 Revs who are in the top 10. 28 innings, just 24 hits, and only 4 walks. 18 strikeouts, more on that in a moment. Opponents hitting .233. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch tonight is taken a little bit high. We are underway at 6:34 stadium time. Bladell, the right-hand hitting leadoff man, off to a great start. And he swings here, dribbles one softly to short. Dent lines it up, fires to first, and there's one away quickly. And a good start for Dom. Gets a guy who came in hitting .360.
Great start for Dom right there. Anytime you can roll a ground ball early, and he pitches to contact so well. We've seen it really in every start this season, and that's big to keep Bladell off base, a guy with speed and a guy that was also hitting .324 leading off innings this year.
Here is Edwin Garcia now. He's been hot. Moved back up to second in the order. Joey Wong was signed by the Mets. As Severino fires, and it's across for a strike. So Garcia moved from second back over to short where he was last year and back up in the order to second. He's hitting .287. Pitch is in the dirt. .361 his last 10 games. Dom is making his first start against Southern Maryland, and he comes in tonight with an incredible streak of control. It was the windup, the 1-1, and a breaking ball just dipped low. Last 22 and a third innings, going back over almost 4 starts. No walks, 15 strikeouts. Big reason for his success. Here's the 2-1, and a slider just missed inside. I'm going to stop talking about it because it's now 3-1, and I don't want to be the reason for any shenanigans. Now ready, here's the 3-1 pitch, and he missed inside.
Come on, Darryl.
Never mind. I take it all back.
What are the odds?
It's just facts.
Hadn't walked a guy in 22 and thirds. I mean, what are the odds that he walks a guy in the first inning here? But, hey, I mean, you can't have pinpoint control all the time, but it is pretty impressive that Dom hasn't walked a batter in any of his last 3 starts, and then dating back to one of the later innings in his previous start before that streak of 3 in a row. But sooner or later he was going to walk a guy. Not all your fault.
Still though, I shall
the broadcaster jinx.
Here's Teodoro Martinez, and Severino delivers a strike to him. This guy was coming off the bench early in the season and went on a tear, and now he's playing every day. He's hitting .442. 11-game hitting streak on which he's batting .556. The last 11, a move to first. Garcia dives back. He's got the longest active hitting streak in the league. Dotel is right behind him at 10 in a row. And the only 2 that have had longer this season, Reed Brignac of New Britain had a 12-gamer, and his teammate Frank Martinez had a 13-gamer. Severino stretches first base side of the rubber, another move over, and Garcia the dive in again.
He continues to hold runners on well, and guys haven't run on Severino a ton this season, partly because he moves over so much. A lot of that has to do with Mace signaling a pickoff over, but he does it a lot himself too.
On the stretch from Dom. Set on the back leg, fires home, and he jammed him. Comebacker, Dom's got it, throws to second, dent the turn. Burgess came off but got back on. On the stretch to the glove hand side, he got back on first in time, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. Blue Crabs down in order. At the end of a half inning, it's Southern Maryland nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Dominic Severino sets the Blue Crabs down in order with help of the double play. Revs come to bat against righty Brandon Compton, who is 2-2 with a 7.09 ERA in 5 starts, 26 2/3 innings, 36 hits. Opponents hitting .319, 11 walks, 17 strikeouts. He's given up only 1 home run, but 11 doubles and 1 triple. This is his first appearance against York. Jared Mitchell will lead things off. Mitchell coming in on a decent roll here. 4-game hitting streak. 5 for 9 with a double and a homer the last 2. First pitch from Compton is on the outside corner, a called strike. Our plate ump, by the way, is Manolo Alejandro. Bill Reuter at first. Chris Engstrand at third. Mitchell at 250 overall. Pitch to him. He swings, lines it right center field. Martinez on the move, and it's in the gap. It splits it all the way back to the fence. Mitchell thinking 3, flying toward third. The relay, it's late. He slides in, it glances away. Frank Martinez will recover in foul territory. It's a leadoff triple for Jared Mitchell to start the night.
They call it the most exciting play in baseball. It's fun to watch Mitch fly out of the box when he laces one to the gap. And you know, in right center, you don't have to be a speedster to get a triple if you hit one there in this park. And Mitchell, a guy he can fly. You had to think he was thinking 3 out of the box, and he was. Made a great turnaround second, didn't hesitate. And now the Revs will have, you think, 2 outs to play with to get that run in. Don't necessarily need a hit here. Alexi just has to do a job.
What the heck are they doing? They're overshifting Alexi.
I've never seen.
They're going to appeal at second, and safe is the call.
They're worth a shot. I was wondering what that was too. An odd shift there on a guy like Casilla who doesn't get shifted.
Mitchell, his second triple of the year, both to start a game. He also has 2 leadoff home runs to start games. So here's Alexi, the infield back. First pitch, he swings, slaps it the other way, and right on through into left field, base hit. And Mitchell touches home. The Revs, 2 batters in, have a 1-0 lead. Casilla with his 5th RBI of the year.
That was quick, and with that hole between short and third, you knew Alexi was going to try to slap one through. He's so good with the bat, and not only does he try to hit the ball the other way, but he really tries to push the ball the other way when he sees a hole like that. And he complements Mitchell so well. Those two complement each other in the 1-2 holes because Mitchell has gap power at the top of the lineup. Then Casilla handles the bat well, always able to move him over.
Now here's Dotel. First pitch taking. It's a called strike on the inner edge. Wellington at 310 overall. On the 10-game hitting streak, 349. He's also got a 5-game RBI streak. 12 RBIs total in 15 games with York. The stretch, Compton, the 0-1, and a swing and a miss, sinking fastball down and in. Revs are in their alternate whites tonight with the shoulder stripes. Blue Crabs are in their alternate red camouflage jerseys. A little bit of a black camo pattern mixed with the red. Gray hats. Here's the 0-2, and a late almost check swing as he punches it foul down by the Revs dugout. That was protect mode. He stays alive. Compton coming back from Tommy John surgery that interrupted his career. He's had an interesting path. 29-year-old righty, 6'2", 200. And a check over at first on Casilla. Last year he was at 3 different levels of the Pirates system and pitched pretty well in relief. 3.86 ERA, including AAA time. 0-2, and it misses inside. Dotel, a late yank of the arms straight up. Compton, a 9th-round pick of the Pirates in 2010 out of Georgia Tech. Each of his first 2 pro seasons, he was a mid-season all-star. It's the 1-2, and a slider breaks low.
Nasty pitch right there. Good job by Wellington to lay off with 2 strikes. Got to believe that's pretty tempting up there when you see the ball coming in the inside corner, but then it just drops. Great eye to lay off.
Out the stretch, Casilla walks off to his lead. Another throw over. Compton had 10 wins in his first full season between single A and high A, then a 12-game winner at double A. Made his major league debut in 2013. Now deals, Casilla runs, misses up high, throw down to second, Casilla head first, and he's in at the back of the bag. Just around the attempted tag of second baseman Angeles Nina, recently acquired from New Britain. Casilla with his second steal, and he's in scoring position, still no outs.
Got the hand on the back corner of the bag there. Pretty good throw from Green. Not bad positioning by Nina corralling second base, but the hand going for that back corner was the difference.
Now a 3-2 to Dotel, and he swings, broke his bat, but punches it to second. That'll move him up. Nina has to step in to glove it, throws over to first, and a productive out. What a great battle from Dotel in that at bat, and Compton kept trying to pound him in over and over and over. That time he had to swing on 3-2 and splintered, but just about off the fists. He's able to muscle it on the ground and move him up.
Hey, you take what you can get there, being able to fight one off the other way. And I'm sure Compton wanted him to roll one over to short or third, but he got him to go to second. Runner moves up.
Now Zach Wilson. Corners creep in a little. Middle stays back. First pitch, he swings, foul tips it to the net. Wilson hitting .269, 4 home runs, 12 driven in. In his first 2 contests against his former team on the road a couple of weeks ago, 3 for 7 with 3 walks and 3 runs scored. The stretch from Compton, the 0-1, and he swings, pops it up foul, back and out of play. Wilson is hitting .333 with men in scoring position. Compton in the big leagues in 2013, 2-1 with a 2.05 ERA, 6 outings, 5 starts. Very nice debut. Pitch, and a swing and a line drive, left field. Sapelt coming in on it, stumbles, he makes the grab, but Alexi will tag, and he will score easily. No chance on the throw once Sapelt sort of lost his footing. It's a sac fly for Zach Wilson, his 13th run driven in, and Alexi outruns the throw home to give York a 2-0 lead.
And the Revs got an extra run this inning because Alexi was able to steal second base. If he's still on first base and that ground ball Dotel hits, it's either a double play or they probably get the lead runner out. So Alexi making things happen with his leg, and the Revs end up producing that second run without getting a hit out of it.
Here's Melky Mesa. 2-0 York. First pitch is taken low. Mesa DHing tonight, hitting .357 with a home run, 6 driven in 11 games with the team. His last 5 games hitting .435. Pitch is down and away, and a 2-0 count. Revs are up to 5th in the league in runs, over 5 per game. And they're on the cusp of going over .250 in batting. Here's the 2-0, and he tried to check, played on, said he went on a pitch down.
The Revs are making strides in those league leaders, or the league categories of team batting, fielding, pitching, and at one point the Revs were in the bottom 3 in all 3, and I'm looking at them like, this can't be. This team is that much better than a couple other teams in this league. They shouldn't be there, and just a couple struggles early on in the season, but now they're making strides.
On the line, the 2-1, and a swing and a bullet foul. He laces that one into the left field corner a little bit early. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Melky hits the ball hard, and we've seen how much power he has and how strong he is. Even though he's not the biggest guy out there, he's a big guy, but not the biggest build, but he can hit the ball hard.
2-2, and he reached for it, rolled it over, a tapper to short. Up with it, Garcia had a double pump, but fires to first and had time to get him. And that'll end the inning, but the Revs open the first with Couple of hits, both runners score, and a nice job of manufacturing the second run in particular. Nobody left. We go to the second inning. It's a 2-0 York lead.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sport Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sport Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This Friday is First Friday in downtown York. Spend the night downtown from 5 to 9 p.m. and celebrate our restaurants, cultural venues, and nightlife hotspots. Enjoy live music, line dancing, a play place with giant games, and a kids' corner featuring balloon art and face painting on Continental Square. Then explore the rest of downtown. Get to know York again, or for the first time at downtownyorkpa.com.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
It is a 2-0 Revs lead at the end of an inning tonight. And Angelo Sonko will lead off the second for Southern Maryland. Former Long Island Duck wasn't brought back. Revs play him to pull in the infield, and Severino misses a hair high on the first pitch. Sonko among league leaders in homers with the Ducks last year. He's played in 15 games with his new team. Swings here, lines one, right center, a base hit. And Silva, the start in center tonight, will come over to glove it. Big turn from Sonko, who rounded the bag hard, but he'll stop with a leadoff single.
Dom needs a shutdown inning here. His team gets him 2 in the first, 1 after just 2 batters, so he loves that. And Dom's a guy who hasn't had a lot of run support this year. He's only been given 10 runs of support in his 5 starts. So I'm sure he's very happy to have the early run support there and pitch with a lead really from the start.
Here's Frank Martinez, 9th in the league in hitting, .318, and he takes a first pitch strike. Frank, a switch hitting infielder, has the start at third base tonight. And I mentioned he had a 13-game hitting streak at the beginning of May, which is the longest in the league thus far this year. Throw over. Sonko back on a dive. 2-0 York. Blue Crabs with their first hit. Revs starters the last 5 games, 1.65 ERA, and only 18 hits in 27 1/3. There's the stretch, the pitch, and it just missed outside. Off-speed offering. Lights are starting to fire up here. Mostly sunny night. It's 87 degrees. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. A little bit muggy. And a stretch from Dom. A 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Back to the fastball on the outer edge. Martinez couldn't connect. Revs as a staff coming in second in the league in ERA, and the entire staff has given up 12 fewer hits than innings pitched. That is really good. Severino set, and the 1-2 misses up and away. Similar spot, but Martinez does not swing, and it just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Martinez was with the Gary South Shore Railcats last year, American Association. There's the 2-2. Swing, and he hits it in the air, straightaway center. Silva motors back. He'll have plenty of room, though, and the catch is made. Songko partway to second will have to head back to first. Pretty good ride to straightaway dead center field. It was deep, but Ruby Silva smoothly covers his ground out there, one away.
Revs don't lose much when Silva's out there instead of Witherspoon. Travis does a lot that you don't see from your average center fielder or the guy that can replace him on a daily basis. I mean, he gets the balls that most guys don't, and it just drops in front. But Ruby's very effective out there. He gets good breaks on the ball, and he's got some serious speed. I know Mace thinks he's arguably the fastest guy on this team, and he runs a good center field.
Here's Devin Rodriguez now, 1 on, 1 out. And Severino delivers. Fastball right in for a strike. Rodriguez at 282. 1 home run, second in the league in doubles with 10. Revs held him to 1 for 8 in their first series. Last year, though, he hit 478 against York. 364 overall as Severino throws over. Songko a dive back. It was some sort of hand injury. It might have been a thumb, if I remember right, that robbed Rodriguez of a lot of the second half last season. Didn't have enough plate appearances to qualify to lead the league. Pitch. Swing. Look out. Yanks a foul down at the end of the Revs dugout. I believe it did hit the fencing. Rolls out behind the first base coach's box. 0-2. Had he qualified last season, he would have led the league. Then again, so would have Alexi Casilla had he had enough plate appearances. Here's the 0-2, and it misses up and out. Rodriguez, the last 10, hitting down around 200. So he would have led the league. Casilla, had he had enough plate appearances, would have led at 358. Here's the stretch, the pitch, swinging a line drive, right field. Mitchell coming in, goes into a slide, trapped it. He'll pop up on the slide and throw to second, but Songko will beat the throw there. And a base hit for Rodriguez. Mitchell coming in with the shades on, trying to read the sink on it, and went into a slide and came close. A clean pick. But Songko gave himself enough rope to be able to get to second base once it did land.
Well, he read it pretty well, and Mitchell coming in on that, I thought he was going to get it. Coming in on a slide on, but able to trap it, keep it in front of him. Another ball not hard to hit that drops in, and right now Dom just has to go to work with Luis Cruz, get the guy at the plate, maybe roll a double play. The Revs already have a double play ball tonight that Dom started. And he is a ground ball pitcher for the most part, so well in the realm of possibility.
Facing Dave Sapelt here. First pitch is a little high. Sapelt, who's only 5'9", has some big league time. He was with the Blue Crabs last season and just re-signed. His first game played this year. There's the stretch. Severino the 1-0. And it's a called strike, and Cruz sort of reached back. I think they were crossed up. They were. He'll call time and head out to chat. And sometimes a reach like that, the umpire may not give the strike, but Manolo said that it did have the plate. Cruz puts his hand on Severino's shoulder, talk it out. No visit charged.
What are the specific qualifications for a visit versus a non-visit when the umpire goes out there?
Well, if it's just signs, they say that that's okay because they don't want anybody to get killed. So,
very good reason right there.
Yeah, if it's about strategy, then that gets charged. There's the stretch from Severino, the 1-1, and it misses up and away. Manolo, he's bilingual, so it's not like you could go over it in Spanish or English and
pull a fast one on him.
Yeah. But maybe if you had your own code, maybe you could pull a fast one. Severino the stretch. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. That was a late reaction from Sapelt. It only came in at 85, so something a little bit off the fastball, but he didn't get a great look at it.
Yeah, good pitch right there, fooled him a little bit. And I like the way that the mound visits are handled in the Atlantic League. And as simple as you don't want anybody getting killed, they're drilled up at the plate because the pitcher and catcher aren't on the same page.
I think that's how they wrote it. We don't want anybody getting killed. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a pop straight back and over the roof. That's foul. The major leagues is what, 6 for the entire game?
Yep, that's the new rule this year. And I don't think, at least not that I know of, I don't think anyone's gotten to 6 this year.
Yeah, I haven't seen that anybody had.
I think I saw a team got to 5 at one point. But even 6 is a lot for a 9-inning game. I mean, sure, there's extras, but I think you're then given more in extras.
Severino ready, checks back at second. And home again. Slider just darted off. And Sapelt lays off, full count. With 2 on and 1 out, it's 2-0 York here in the second inning. Severino, 6 innings, 3 runs last time. That was in Lancaster Wednesday night. No earned runs in either of his 2 starts before that, both against New Britain. Now ready, the payoff pitch. Runners do go. A swing and a miss. Throw to third. Plenty of time. He's out. Inning over. Strikeout, throw out, double play. And Luis Cruz came out of his squat with the batter swinging right in front of him and threw a clean strike to third. Wilson got Sonko with plenty of time. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. 2 innings, 2 double plays for the Revs. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 2-0 York.
Looks like Mother Nature decided to skip spring and just turn on the heat. So we're going to do the same. This is Doug Sprankle, sales manager at York Mitsubishi. The heat is on to sell some new Mitsubishis and empty the lot. So come check out the all-new Eclipse Cross ES all-wheel drive. Lease it for just $189 a month for 36 months, 12,000 miles per year. Or the always popular Outlander Sport ES as low as $18,990. Growing families will love the 7-passenger Outlander ES. Get it for as low as $21,390. And as gas prices nose above $3 a gallon, you'll definitely want to take a look at the fuel-sipping 40-plus mile per gallon 2018 Mirage. Buy it for just $11,990. Plus, as always, we're hooking you up with an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. The heat is on at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Come check us out at YorkMitsubishi.com.
$39.99 down plus first payment and security deposit. Tax and tax extra. See dealer for details.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Jay Gauss. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the second inning, 2-0, Revs in front. The Burgess, Cruz, and Dent coming up against Brandon Compton. They got a couple of early hits against and took advantage of both. Burgess digs in, and Compton ready, kicks and deals, and a fastball in for a strike. Burgess at 200 with the average, looking to raise that, but he is tied for third in the league with 5 home runs, just 2 off the top. It's the 0-1, and he swings a little late and fouls it back into the net. Last 4 games, he's got 1 hit in 17 at-bats, but that one was a home run. And a couple of tough matchups against lefties recently. Southern Maryland And with two righties in this series, the pitch, fastball, he was rung up. He was jumping back on an inside pitch, but Manolo gave it to Compton, one down. It's his first strikeout. We'll pause for station identification.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down. Compton's retired 4 in a row. Revs up 2-0 in the second. Here's Luis Cruz. Cruz at 254 with a homer. First pitch, he swings, grounds it right to short. Edwin Garcia up cleanly and sends it across to first, 2 down. Now Compton looking to settle in. Mentioned Compton made 6 big league appearances in 2013. Good success with the Pirates. 16 appearances the following year, went 3-4, but then the next April of 2015, he tore his UCL, had to undergo Tommy John surgery, missed the entire 15 and 16 seasons, did make it back to AAA last year. And the first pitch to Ryan Dent is over for a strike. Dent at 269. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. 381 on that with a double and 2 homers. He's got 4 home runs total. There's the wind, the 0-1, and he swings and fouls it back into the netting. Now Compton ahead and looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He did win back-to-back starts, but last time out gave up 7 runs on 10 hits in 4 innings against New Britain, lost 7-3. Revs the early jump on him tonight. Here's the wind and the 0-2. Swing, and he slices it the other way, but foul. Down the right field line, Dent taking aim at the chalk.
The fact that they've jumped on early is important, because the Revs, when they score first this year, have a lot more wins than when the opponent scores first. And to jump on the way they did, stringing a couple hits together, then manufacturing a run, is a really good sign.
Compton, his 26th pitch, and Dent swings and hits it high and deep. Left center, Sapelt is back, it's gone! Onto the roof of the carousel in left center. Ryan Dent blasts it out of here, his 5th home run of the season already. Ties Burgess for the team lead, and it's 3-0 York here in the bottom of the second.
Ryan Dent got this power stroke working this season. 5 long balls already. What did he have, 6 last year?
Yeah.
Wow.
How about it?
Shortstop that can field as well as he can and put the ball out of the ballpark like that. I mean, that's a guy who has been pretty consistent this year. The average at 266 coming in, pretty solid. Now the power numbers are up.
Here's Silva, who fouls the first one to the net. I was wrong. He had 5 last year, so he's already tied his season total. What a valuable player he is. And that's his 3rd home run on his now 7-game hitting streak. There's the 0-1, and a swing and a rip past the outstretched glove of Garcia at short. That's a hard hit base knock to left center. And Ruby Silva continues to rake. That was a bullet the other way, and the inning continues.
Compton leaving some pitches up in the zone, and not even just that, just hittable pitches so far through his 2 innings, or an inning and 2/3, and it's part of the reason why the Revs have hit the ball so hard, is there's pitches that they can do something with, and they've taken advantage of it.
Revs as a team now 24 home runs. That is 2nd in the league. Right near the top. Here's Mitchell, and he shows a bunt. Compton delivers a strike. Team lead for home runs, Sugarland with 26. York now within 2. Skeeters are hosting the Ducks tonight, by the way. Long Island is there for 3, and then we're there for only 3. It's a long way to go for 3 games, but we'll be there for 7 in August. Silva runs, Mitchell swings, fouls it off down the left field side. 0-2. Mitchell a triple to start the night. Scored in the first. He now is on a 5-game hitting streak. And his last 3 games, 6 for 10 with a double, homer, and now a triple. Revs a 3-0 lead. The Dent home run not only ties Burgess for the team lead, but for 3rd most in the league. There's a throw to first, and Silva back standing. Mitchell back in. Bat rested against his back shoulder. And the stretch from Compton. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, that dips low. Compton, a native of Evans, Georgia. Mitchell back out and refocus. A 1-2 situation coming up. Revs with 4 hits in the early going. A long set and time asked for at the plate. The Blue Crabs as a team have the highest ERA, 5.67. Most home runs, doubles, walks, wild pitches, hit batters. It's been a struggle. There's the 1-2. Silva runs again. Mitchell hits it high in the air, left center. Bladell will circle this into the alley and fairly deep left center. He's got room, though, and puts it away. So the center fielder for Southern Maryland handles that, but nobody was getting to Ryan Dent's blast back on the roof of the merry-go-round in left center. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the 3rd. Revs in front, 3-0.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
The York Revolution Superhero Night is, well, super. It's all happening Saturday, June 9th. An eco-friendly tote bag giveaway presented by York County Solid Waste Authority. High-flying stunt performances by Ex-Pogo. And, of course, your favorite comic book superheroes live and in person. And it's a Saturday at PeoplesBank Park. That means post-game inside the park fireworks presented by Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment. Superhero Night, Saturday, June 9th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 3rd, Ryan Dent adding some thump as the Revs lead it 3-0. And the K-man, Austin Green, the catcher, will lead off. 8-9-1 due up for Southern Maryland. Green hitting at .250. No homers, 5 driven in. And Severino's first pitch of the inning is swung on and fouled back. Nina and Bladell back at the top of the order due to follow. Severino a walk in the first, but got a double play to end it. 2 singles in the second, but started a strikeout double play to end that inning. It's the 0-1, and a fastball right through for strike 2. Green, former Tigers farmhand, made it to Double-A. 13th round pick out of the University of San Diego. Pitch. And he swings, drives it the other way and right. Mitchell will back up, but he's got room. Catch is made, a step in front of the warning track. Green gave it a decent ride the other way, but Mitchell has it all the way. One down here in the third.
It's a hard hit ball right there, but right at a guy. Jared Mitchell ranging back to make the grab. It's what wasn't one that was a threat to get down. So I mean, it's you can get a couple hard hit outs and not have to worry about it. But Dom has looked good. Now facing the 9-man, this will be a great first turn through the lineup for him.
Nina at bat, and Severino the pitch to his former Bluefish teammate. He misses down and away. Nina in 19 games has hit 167. 6 of those have come with Southern Maryland. Picked up from New Britain for future considerations. The 1-0, and that skips outside in the dirt. Blue Crabs a 10-17 start. Last year in the second half they were just 28-42, but they had gotten into the playoffs with a 39-31 first half. Severino fires, swinging, he pulls a liner just past Wilson and down the line into left. Nina will take his turn. Dotel cuts it off short of the corner and fires in on one hop to second. Only a single, despite yanking that over Wilson's outstretched glove and along the line.
Dotel played that pretty well down the line, holding him to a single. The Revs have gotten 2 double plays in as many innings so far tonight, so why not another one here? 1 out, man on first.
Why not?
Keep racking them up. Yeah. Get 9 tonight.
Would that be a record?
If it is, it'll be a record. It would tie a record.
Yeah.
Can't break it. Well, if you go extras.
First pitch to Bladell at the top is inside.
It's crazy, though. The Revs have turned a lot of double plays, but they haven't turned more than 1 in an inning so far this year.
Go figure. Bladell grounded to short his first time. And the pitch, fastball, that's in there for a strike.
Well, the numbers for the Revs this year, 28 double plays now, 21 ground ball double plays with the 2 tonight.
Severino ready. And the 1-1. Fastball strike on the inside corner. Right under Bladell's hands. The team record, if you're wondering, for most in a game is 5, which they've done twice. 10 years apart, 07 and 2017, both against Lancaster. So take that, Barnstormers. It's the 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Cruz blots it. Bladell pretty much has picked up where he left off in the Can-Am League. He was a top hitter there. 5th in the Atlantic League coming in tonight at 360. Last year hit 345 in that league, which ranks 2nd. There's the stretch. And a throw over. Diving back is Nina. Blue Crabs as a team are 3rd in the league in batting. 274, but 6th in runs at under 4 per game. Tied for last in homers, 2nd to last in steals. There's the pitch, and it's in tight. Bladell, a late turn out of the way, in near his arms. Full count, and they might send Nina here and try to stay out of a double play or get something going. Bladell, former James Madison product, JMU. Play him the other way. Severino the pitch. Runner doesn't go, and Bladell yanks a line drive to left. Base hit. Dotel toward the corner, will glove it on a hop, throws in the dent. They stop Nina at second. And the Blue Crabs have their 4th hit tonight, all singles, 1st and 2nd with 1 out for Edwin Garcia.
Another hard hit ball, but only a single, so not too much damage. No damage done on the scoreboard, so and Sev pitching with that lead knows he has a couple runs to work with. Gave up 7 extra base hits in his first 5 starts. Hasn't given up one yet, but the way that the Blue Crabs are hitting the ball, One could be coming. And now Fletch out for a talk. This is a good time for Fletch to come out and try to settle his young pitcher down, make sure his pitcher and catcher are on the same page. Definitely worth the mound visit.
While they do, our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Mentioned Long Island visiting Sugarland, and that'll get started in the next 45 minutes. Lancaster hosting Somerset, no score there in the second inning. And the Road Warriors an early lead at New Britain, 4-1 in the third. It's your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here in the early stages of the evening. Edwin Garcia at bat, walked in the first. And first pitch here, he takes, and it is over for a strike. As Severino starts off ahead of him after the visit. Revs a 3-0 lead here in the third. And Severino trying to keep the Blue Crabs down early in this one. Sets chin high. Here's the 0-1. And he bounced it in front of the plate, glanced up off Cruz's glove. He'll grab it out of the air. But both runners move up, and Severino really spiked that one well in front of the plate. A wild pitch. Double play no longer in order.
Now in a little bit of trouble right here with second and third. And Sev this inning doesn't seem as comfortable as he was in the first two.
He's at 41 pitches here. Second and third, one out. Infield stays back, of course. 3-0 lead. And the pitch, check swing in the dirt. Are they going to ask anybody? Looks like not. 2-1. And they don't have an umpire down the first base line at the moment. He's over near second, Bill Reuter. Severino fighting himself a little bit. And looks into Cruz for the sign. He's got it now after a lengthy routine. And the 2-1 swing and a foul back over the roof. A good pitch there. Fastball at 89 on the outer part of the plate. Evens things up.
Chance to make a big pitch here and get it out without a run scoring or with one scoring at the max. Got to keep the ball low in the zone. That's where Sev's had his best success.
Now ready. Here's the stretch. And the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Burgess heading back. Mitchell coming down from right toward the bullpen, but it lands in section one. Bounces up the steps. And we'll do it again.
Blue Crabs have fought off some pitches in this inning, and that's also contributed to, I'm sure, Dom's not as comfortable on the mound, given the fact that the out pitches aren't working just yet.
Now stares in, he's got it. 2-2 it remains. They set up away, and the pitch. Fastball hit his glove, but just off. And the count will go full. First base is open. And the red-hot Teodoro Martinez on deck, although Dom did get him to hit into a double play in the first. And they have Garcia played the other way in the outfield. Infield straight up and back. The stretch. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive toward the gap in right center. Silva on the move. He runs it down. What a grab. Spins and fires it in. Only one run will score for now, thanks to that running catch. A sac fly for Edwin Garcia. Nina scores to make it 3-1. But Ruby ran it down like it was shot out of a cannon. And that holds him to one run for the moment.
Great play by Ruby to be able to run that ball down in the gap, and the fact that he's shaded over towards right center makes all the difference in him getting to that ball. He didn't even have to dive for it, ran straight through it. So the defensive alignment pays off, and it saves probably that extra run from scoring.
Bladell at third with 2 outs. Pitch to Martinez. He tries a squeeze and he bunts foul. A safety squeeze. Sent it straight backward. The part that surprised me on that play is that Silva didn't have to dive at all. He was probably 5 steps away. I thought, okay, he's going to leave his feet, but he never had to.
When you run through a ball like that in the outfield, it's almost easier than slowing your body down and trying to dive for it.
Now time asked for by Martinez right as Dom was about ready.
Well, there's a big difference in having to dive and just diving because you think you need to. Right there, Silva used his speed so he didn't have to dive.
Now the 0-1 and a fastball right on the black. Strike 2 called. Martinez slumps his shoulders in an 0-2 hole.
Dom doing a good job staying away from right-handed hitters in this inning. So gone almost exclusively away from righties.
Trying to end the inning and limit the damage. Here's the wind, the 0-2. And he missed in the dirt. It got through Cruz. Bounces back to him, but by the time it does, Bladell is crossing the plate standing. A wild pitch brings him home, and they do get that second run across. It's 3-2. That's a disappointing one for them. You could see them both just sort of hang their heads when they realized they weren't going to be able to recover it.
Tough ball for Cruz to block, but it's one that I'm sure he'd say he probably should have had, but still tough to have to get your body around that and keep it in front.
1-2 now, and a foul back to the net. Severino, some of his misses this inning have been down and in the dirt. 2 wild pitches in the inning. But the Revs still in front. 3-2 our score, and he'll look to regroup with the bases empty. There's the wind and the 1-2. Swing and a tap foul behind the plate. Had him reaching a little bit. Got Martinez to hit back to Severino for a double play in the first. Jammed him. Teodoro, former Rangers and Yankees prospect. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball dips low. Made it as high as Double-A. It was in Mexico most recently. Venezuelan native. The wind, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Off speed, down out of the zone, and Severino gets him swinging his second strikeout to end the third. But the Blue Crabs take out a chunk of that Revs lead. 2 runs on 2 hits. None left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-2 York.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs lead at 3-2 as we go to the home half of the third. Casilla, Dotel, and Wilson will take their second hacks against Brandon Compton. And the first pitch of the inning to Alexi. It's a fastball in for a strike. He wasted no time in the first inning after Mitchell had led off with a triple. Casilla right away slapped a single the other way to bring him home. And here's the 0-1. Swings and fouls it off, third base side and out of play.
Well, why waste time when you can put your team on the board in the first inning? Scored in both the 2 innings so far. Let's make it 3 in a row.
Now the wind and the 0-2. Fastball misses up high. Blue Crabs are 1-12 when the opponent scores first, 9-5 when they do. Pitch, swinging a bouncer down to first base, high hop, but Rodriguez gloves it shoulder high and takes it to the bag ahead of Casilla, 1 down. That was one breaking ball barreling in on him, and he starts the swing. He's probably at that point hoping that he pulls it foul, but that one stayed fair for him right to first. Wellington Dotel up next. Revs are 10-4 when they score first. Dotel a productive ground out in the first inning. First pitch here is up high. That led to their second run that inning. Still looking to extend his 10-game hitting streak. The 1-0, and that's way high. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine Injury Report, Jay Goss is on the DL as he rests a sore elbow, and we'll get back throwing in a couple weeks. Right now he's coaching first base. It's the 2-0, and that's just outside. Frank DeGiulio Jr. did have an operation on his elbow. He is unfortunately done for the year, but with the team and resting and eventually rehabbing. Pitch is a belt or letter high strike, somewhere in between, 3-1. Dotel the wide open stance, left foot on the outside line, the heel is. And the 3-1 swings and hits it in the air, foul down the right field side. That'll get into the picnic area. Count goes full.
Compton keeps trying to jam Dotel. He's got in on his hands a few times. And that could be to set up something away, or it could just be the game plan exclusively.
On the 3-2, swing and a foul back over the roof. That fastball is up at 93 according to the board on that pitch. Compton 2 years removed himself from missing 2 entire seasons. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Wins the battle there. Fastball, he lowered it after a bunch that were at the top of the zone. That one down around thigh high, and he gets Dotel to swing through it, 2 down. It's his second strikeout of the night, Compton. And here's Zach Wilson, who drove in the Revs' second run in the first inning, a sac fly to left. 3 runs, 4 hits for York, 2 runs, 4 hits for the Crabs. And Compton the pitch. Fastball, it's a called strike on the outside corner. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the official transportation provider of the team. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a high pop-up. Shallow center. Bladell coming in. Calls off Nina, the second baseman, out. And in shallow right center puts it away. 1-2-3 inning, the first of the night for Brandon Compton. And we head to the fourth. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs lead the Blue Crabs 3-2.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Top of the fourth inning from PeoplesBank Park in downtown York. The Revs lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 3-2 in game one of a three-game series. Dominic Severino back out for inning number 4. He's given up 2 runs tonight. Both came in the third inning. A sac fly and then another run scored on a wild pitch. The Revs got 2 runs in the first. Alexi Casilla RBI single, a Zach Wilson sac fly. They tacked on with a run in the second. It's 3-2 here in the fourth. Now Severino's first pitch of the inning, swung on and fouled back into the netting. 0-1 on Angelo Songo, the DH. Sonko, Frank Martinez, and Devin Rodriguez, 4-5-6 for the Blue Crabs. The Revs come into this one having won 3 of their last 4. They dropped the finale of a 3-game series with the Road Warriors, but were on a 3-game win streak before that. Now this one's blooped out to left field. That'll drop in front of Wellington Dotel. He plays it on a hop. And the left-handed hitting Sonko reaches with his second hit of the night. He's 2 for 2. 2 base hits in the game for Sonko, and that brings up Frank Martinez. He's playing third base today. 0 for 1, flew out to center his first time up. Gave the ball a ride to deep center, but Ruby Silva tracked it down with ease. Frank hitting .318 with 10 RBI coming into tonight. Second on the team behind Johnny Bladell, who has 12. Pitch from Severino. Fastball misses low and inside, 1-0. Man on first, no outs. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the fourth inning. Revs will see the Crabs tomorrow again for game 2 of the series at 11 a.m., then Thursday, 6:30, before the Revs head to Sugar Land to play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now the 1-0 to Martinez. Popped up in the air, foul territory, third base side. Zach Wilson over. And he makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Nice pitch from Severino there to induce the pop-up. Wilson had plenty of room, wasn't even to the foul territory warning track. Caught that one on the grass area near the third base coach's box. So 1 down in the inning. Runner Songo remains at first. Here's the first baseman, Devin Rodriguez. Martinez now 0 for 2, so here's Rodriguez hitting .282 with a homer. And 10 RBI as well coming in. Rodriguez a mainstay at first for James Frisbee's Crabs Club. He digs in the left-handed batter's box. Severino comes set, looks at first. Set above the shoulders and kicks in the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Actually, that was a changeup. 78 miles an hour on the gun. It's 0-1. Sonko leads off first. 1 down. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the 4th. Rodriguez awaiting the 0-1. Severino waits on the mound. Now he comes to the plate. This one sent out to left field, but flipped foul out of play. It hits off I believe that's an ice cream hut down in foul territory, the concourse left field. 0-2 the count. Severino ahead in the count here. Sev has rolled one ground ball double play today. He's also got a strike him out, throw him out double play through 3 innings. 2 strikeouts in the ball game for Sev, looking for number 3 here potentially. Double play depth up the middle for the Revs. Now the 0-2 pitch to Rodriguez, a little bit outside, 1-2. Cruz was ready out of his crouch there, got up in a throwing position. Looking maybe to make a snap throw down to first behind Sonko. Michael Burgess holding on Sonko at the bag. And Dom checks over at first again, comes set at the shoulder area. Takes the sign, now he comes to the plate. Pop up into shallow left center field. Actually, that one's carrying a little bit more. Ruby Silva, a couple steps in front of the track, he makes the grab. 2 outs. That ball was in on the hands of Rodriguez, but he actually drove it pretty far. Ball that carried once it got up in that sky. So 2 outs and a man on first for Dave Sapelt. Revs lead at 3-2. Top of inning number 4 in this one. Right-handed hitting Sapelt in left field tonight, making his season debut for the Blue Crabs. Previously played with them last season. Sapelt in the box now. The man on first. Here's the first pitch from Severino. Fastball that misses just low, 85 miles an hour on the gun. So not a ton of velocity from Dom there. It was close. Sapelt was the strikeout victim on the strike him out, throw him out double play to end the second. He's 0 for 1. Here's Dom's 1-0. That misses off the plate, 2-0. 2 outs in the inning, man on first. Revs lead at 3-2 over the Blue Crabs. The Revs were up 3-0 after 2, but Severino surrendered 2 runs in the 3rd. Has looked good through 3 innings, but a little bit of trouble in inning number 3. After allowing a leadoff single here in the 4th, he's gotten the next 2 men out. Now a 2-0 pitch. There it is. In there for a strike, 2-1. Southern Maryland 5 hits in the ball game. The Revs only 4. The Revs do have the 1-run lead. 2-1 the count on Sapelt. Dom looks at first once again. Sonko a short lead. Severino set. And the pitch. Fastball outside corner. That's a strike according to Manolo Alejandro. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Revs looking to escape the top of the 4th with this 1-run lead. Wouldn't say it's a threat right now for the Blue Crabs, but the tying run is on first. Severino readying his 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball, ooh, just missed a little bit low and inside. Manolo Alejandro didn't even flinch and called that one a ball. Full count now, the runner on first. Sonko will be off on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the 4th. Severino looking to get through this one unscathed. 3-ball count here. He's walked 1 on the night, but that's it. Sign from Cruz and the pitch. Runner goes. Hard hit ground ball past the diving Ryan Dent into left field. Going first to third is the runner Sonko. Ball hits him and skips away, which allows the batter Sapelt to get up to second base. It's a single. He gets to second on the error. And stopping at third base after being hit by the baseball is Sonko. So runners at second and third now for the Blue Crabs and 2 outs. Revs still holding the 1-run lead. They scored a single and an E7. Throwing error on Wellington Dotel. First error of the night for the Revs. Second and third now for the Blue Crabs. Here's the catcher, Austin Green. It would have been first and third, but the throwing error from Dotel allowed Sapelt to get up to second. 2 men in scoring position, 2 outs. First pitch to Green. He swings and chops one foul, 0-1.
That's one strike.
6 hits now in the ballgame for Southern Maryland. This is a team that produces offensively. Pitching's been the issue for them this season. And the pitching is part of the reason why they're last in the Freedom Division at 10-17. 0-1 the count on the right-handed hitting Green. Here's the pitch from Severino. Fly ball, right center field. Ruby Silva giving chase a few steps back in the alley. He's camped under it, and it ends the inning. Dominic Severino works around 2 singles in the inning. He works around second and third with 2 outs, and he gets out of the frame unscathed. We've played 3.5 at PeoplesBank Park. The Revs lead the Blue Crabs 3-2. Revs coming to bat next here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 4th, Revs lead the Blue Crabs 3-2 from PeoplesBank Park in downtown York. Melky Mesa getting set to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Revs. Mesa, the DH again tonight for York. It's Mesa, Michael Burgess, and Luis Cruz, 5, 6, 7. Mesa has enjoyed a nice 6-for-12 stretch over his last 3 games, all of them coming in the series against the Road Warriors. Had a 3-hit game in that series and has 6 multi-hit games on the season. First pitch he sees from Brandon Compton is a strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1. Mesa hitting a team-high 357. He's only played in 11 games, but he's gotten 2 or more hits in 6 of those. Now Compton readies his 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Another fastball. That's chopped foul over towards the Blue Crabs' third base dugout. 0-2 on Melky. Melky's gotten hot ever since coming off the DL with the hamstring injury. This Melky's 13th professional season. The 0-2 to him. Slider he does not chase. They'll appeal down to first. Well, no appeal. Manolo Alejandro. Now they do. And no swing. Says the first base umpire, Bill Reuter. 1-2 on Melky. It's a slider down in the way that I'm surprised they appealed on because Melky didn't even really show any barrel around. It is a ball. 1-2 the count on Melky. And the pitch. Chops that one to stay alive. Another breaking ball from Compton. 1-2 the count. Revs up on the Crabs 3-2, home half of the 4th. Revs 13-12 on the season. They've hung around 500 for about the past week. Here's Brandon Compton's 1-2. Melky swings and misses a fastball blown by him low in the zone. Compton has out number 1 here in the 4th. Strikeout number 3 for him. That'll bring up Michael Burgess.
Number 21, Michael.
Compton, you wouldn't say he's a strikeout pitcher necessarily. He's coming into the game 17 punch-outs in 26 2/3. Walks have killed him this season. He's walked 11 coming in just 5 starts this season. Here's Burgess from the left side. The pitch, fastball high and away, 1-0. Compton came in with a record of 2-2, 7.08 ERA. It's gone up to 7.20 after allowing 3 runs through 3 1/3. And the 1-0 to Mike. He flips one foul out of play opposite way, 1-1. Revs lead the Crabs 3-2, bottom of inning number 4. Opponents hitting .319 off Compton coming in. He's allowed 13 extra base hits entering play today. Now Burgess takes low and inside for a ball, 2-1. Compton's allowed 1 home run, 1 triple, and 11 doubles. So the 2 baggers have been an issue for him. Jared Mitchell got a triple off him today. Ryan Dent got a home run, 2 extra base hits in the game for the Revs. The 2-1 pitch to Mike. Another one sent out of play the other way off the end of the bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down in the inning. Revs up 3-2 on the Crabs. We're in the bottom of inning number 4 here at PeoplesBank Park. Great night for a ball game. Light blue sky. No cloud cover, but a couple clouds in the distance. Really nice night for a game. Not much wind. Very slight breeze blowing the flag. Now Burgess swings at a 2-2 breaking ball down in the zone, and he comes up empty. Burgess 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs, 4 strikeouts in the game, and back-to-back strikeouts for Brandon Compton. Now Luis Cruz, who is the RBI man tonight. He's 0 for 1, grounded to short back in the 2nd inning. Compton, a guy with major league experience in parts of 2 seasons. Did fall victim to a torn UCL at one point in his career. He's made his way back, though. First pitch to Cruz, fastball down the heart of the plate, 0-1. You often hear about the Tommy John success stories, guys that come back quickly and have success, but Compton missed 2 entire seasons recovering from the injury. Now the 0-1. Cruz sends one the other way, a base hit into right field. Jam shot that Cruz fought off past the diving Rodriguez over at first, and he's a 2-out base runner for Ryan Dent. So Cruz is aboard. A 2-out knock for Luis, and here's Ryan Dent, who had a 2-out knock, a huge 2-out knock in the 2nd inning. It was a solo home run out to left center in front of the merry-go-round. And right now, it's proving to be the difference. He hit the home run with the Revs up 2-0. Make it 3-0. They're now up 3-2. So essentially, that is the difference. Cruz leads off first, a short lead. Pitch to Dent. Big swing there, came up empty. Fastball high in the zone, 0-1. 3 runs on 5 hits and an error for the Revs. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Crabs. First series meeting between these 2 teams in York. Revs swept a 2-game set between the 2 clubs in the early part of May down in southern Maryland. The 0-1 to Dent, swing and a miss, nasty breaking ball low and away, 0-2. Revs were 9-10 against the Blue Crabs in 2017. These 2 clubs met in the Atlantic League Division Series. Played for the Freedom Division Championship. The Revs won that series. The 0-2 to Dent. Fly ball, shallow left center field. Coming on is the center fielder, Johnny Bladell. He makes the grab in left center, and the inning is over. No runs on 1 2-out hit. No errors in the inning, and 1 left on for the Revs. We've played 4 full from PeoplesBank Park. We'll head to the top of the 5th. The Revs on top of the Blue Crabs, 3-2. Stick with us on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Back here on the broadcast on WOYK, Michael Marcantonini alongside Darrell Henry. 3-2 Revs lead, top of the fifth inning from the bank. Joe Van Meter takes over for Dominic Severino in the fifth inning. Not sure why Dom only went 4 innings tonight, but it is Van Meter taking over for Severino. Sev walked to the clubhouse by himself just a few moments ago. Chong Choi, the Revs athletic trainer, was not with him. So if we get an update, we will share that with you. But for now, Severino's night is done. He threw 69 pitches, 42 for strikes over 4 innings, and Van Meter takes over to face the bottom of the Blue Crabs lineup. The 9-man Angelis Nina takes a strike there, 87 miles an hour on the gun, 0-1. 9-1-2, Nina, Bladel, Garcia. Revs holding that 1-run lead here in the fifth. Van Meter pitching for the 3rd straight game and 3rd time in 4 days. The 0-1, another fastball. That one right down the heart of the plate again. It's 0-2. So Mace decides to run out Joe Van Meter in 3 games in a row. So Van Meter clearly back to 100% after coming off the DL last week. 0-2 the count. Van Meter, the sign from Cruz, and the pitch. Hard hit ground ball, base hit into right field between Casilla and Burgess on that side, and that hurts 0-2. Van Meter struggled a little bit getting the leadoff man of an inning that he faces out. He's now faced 10 batters to start an inning. He's only retired 5 of them. Some bad luck. There's been a couple errors on the leadoff man that Van Meter's faced, but right there just leaves an 0-2 pitch a little bit upstairs, and a good piece of hitting from Nina. So now man on first and no outs. Back to the top of the order for Johnny Bladel. One of the most dangerous, if not most dangerous hitter in this Blue Crabs lineup. He's 1 for 2. Scored a run in the 3rd on a wild pitch. First pitch from Van Meter. Again, right down the pipe, 88 miles an hour. 0-1. Robert Carson warming up in the Revs bullpen now. Van Meter moves over to first. Nothing doing there from the runner Nina. Revs only got 4 innings out of Dominic Severino. He gave up 2 runs. Also gave up 7 hits. The pitch to Bladel. Off the plate a little bit. It's 1-1. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the 5th. Wilson, the third baseman, is even with the bag, a couple steps off the line. Dent and Casilla up the middle, playing for 2. Burgess, the first baseman, holding on Nina. Straight away in the outfield. Pitch from Van Meter. In the dirt, it gets away from Cruz. And moving up to second with ease is Nina. We'll see what they score that one. They do give it a wild pitch, so the wild pitches have become a storyline so far tonight for the Revs. Severino threw 2 wild pitches in the 3rd inning. A run scored on a wild pitch. That was Bladel, who's at the plate right now. Now Cruz out for a quick chat with JVM. Van Meter's first wild pitch here in the 5th. Gave up a leadoff single to Angelis Nina, who's now on second base. No outs in the inning, and Bladel, the Crabs' leadoff hitter, up. Revs working with a slim 3-2 lead, top of the 5th. Revs know what happens when they let teams hang around. Van Meter looks at second, now comes to the plate to 2-1. Flip foul out of play, opposite side, 2-2. Dent, the shortstop, is creeping in behind the runner Nina at second base every so often. And then when Van Meter's ready to come to the plate, he'll retreat back to the hole in short. Well, Van Meter waits for his sign from Cruz. Comes set at the belt. And the pitch to the plate. 2-2 fouled off. It remains 2-2. Warm night here at the ballpark. The lights are on. The sun is not officially set. Still some daylight out in the distance. Bladell in the right-handed batter's box awaiting Joe Van Meter's 2-2 pitch. Runner on second, no outs. Van Meter looks at second again. Now he comes to the plate. Fastball just misses inside. It's full. Bladell, a home run this season, 12 driven in. That leads the team. 360 batting average entering play today. Bladell awaiting the full count pitch. Van Meter to the plate. Here's the pitch. Sent into center field, shallow center. Casilla, Dent, and Silva all ranging out there. It's Casilla that makes the grab. And that's a big out, number 1 for Joe Van Meter. That ball looked like it was headed for no man's land in shallow center. But Alexi Casilla, the shortest of the 3 defenders out there, took charge and made the grab.
Really good communication, too. He had to run right in between Dent and Silva and had no chance to use his eyes to see where they were. He had to track that ball and trust the communication, trust what he was hearing, and make sure he stayed focused on making a fairly difficult play over the shoulder.
Nina stays at second, 1 down for the 2-hitter Edwin Garcia. Garcia, no official at bat yet, a sac fly and a walk. And the first pitch to him, strike, lower half of the zone, 0-1. Good fastball from Joe Van Meter. Up to 89 miles an hour there. No balls and 1 strike. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the 5th. Nina led off with a single. He got to second on a wild pitch. Bladell popped out. The 0-1 to Garcia. Sends one to the backstop. It actually goes over the backstop. It hit off the concrete. The top of the concrete behind home plate flipped all the way over the netting. So somebody's getting a souvenir, and older gentleman hands it to a kid. Kid's got some ice cream, and now he's got a baseball.
Perfect night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best day ever.
Yeah. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the 5th. 0-2 the count on the batter Garcia, man on second. The pitch. Fly ball, right field. Mitchell a few steps back. He's under it. Positioning himself behind it. Makes the grab. Tagging and heading for third is Nina. Here's the throw. It's not in time. Joe Van Meter does get out number 2, but moving up to third base is Nina, and he's 90 feet away from scoring the tying run.
A lot of fly ball outs here tonight. A lot of that is pitches up at the top of the zone, maybe out of the zone. Not bad pitches, good pitches, but Southern Maryland's big with their swings too a little bit.
Living a little dangerously, would you say?
A little bit.
Really no wind tonight. Now a slight breeze is picked up, but the ball isn't flying with the wind like we've seen in nights past. Here's Teodoro Martinez, sees a strike. It's 0-1. Cruz hopped out of his crouch. Looked like he was going to make a snap throw down to third, but did not.
It's interesting here how shallow the Revs outfield is on a guy who's hitting .442 coming in tonight.
Mitchell probably and Silva, they're both really shallow in right and center. Dotel a couple steps behind. The pitch to Teodoro, fastball way inside, 1-1. Nina the man on third. 2 outs in the inning. Revs holding that 3-2 lead. Top of the 5th, and arguably the hottest hitter on the Blue Crabs at the plate, hitting .442 coming in. He's been on a tear lately. Only one home run this season, not a big power threat, but he will drive in runs, and he fouls one off there, 1-2 the count.
I don't know how many of his hits have been kind of dumped in front of the outfielders, but it seems like that's what the Revs are trying to take away here. Not so worried about extra bases.
1-2 the count on the right-handed hitting Martinez. Van Meter comes to the plate. Chopper back to him. He leaps, makes the grab. Underhand flip to Burgess at first, and the inning is over. Joe Van Meter comes out of the bullpen, works a scoreless fifth, strands the tying run on third with 2 outs. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Revs still leading by 1. It's 3-2 Revs over the Blue Crabs. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
Home half of the 5th from PeoplesBank Park. Michael Mark Cantonini on the broadcast alongside Darryl Henry. Ruby Silva leads off the 5th with the Revs up 3-2 on the Blue Crabs. First pitch of the inning from Brandon Compton. Fastball misses just low, 1-0. Silva, the 9-hitter, then back to the top of the order. Jared Mitchell and Alexi Casilla, 9-1-2. 5 hits for the Revs. They have 3 runs. They lead it by 1. Pitch from Compton, sent out to shortstop, hard hit. Waiting back on it is the shortstop Garcia. Throws to first in time, and Silva is a quick out, number 1 on 2 pitches here in the 5th.
Well, Compton's figured something out. He got roughed up in his last start. Revs had 3 runs off him early tonight and getting good swings on him, but nothing since. Just cruises single in the 4th.
Here's the leadoff man, Jared Mitchell. Tripled and scored a run in the 1st, then flew out to center. Darryl, you mentioned Compton settling in. All 3 runs he gave up were in the first 2 frames. Since then, scoreless. Mitchell takes a little bit high, 1-0. Jared hit .295 last year for the Revs. 14 home runs, 62 driven in. His .295 average was 12th in the league. Had a career-high 124 hits. Now he sends one out to second. Diving stop, but it gets into center field. An infield single for Jared Mitchell. Heck of an effort by Nina to knock it down. But it is a base hit. No chance for Nina. Darryl, I don't even think he had a chance, even if he came up cleanly with it.
Now Mitchell gets out of the box well, and he is hitting the ball hard consistently. He has quietly turned it up from, just kind of hanging in there from a production standpoint to all of a sudden getting hot. This is around the time when he really took off last season.
Mitchell came in with 5 hits in his last 9 at-bats. 2 more hits tonight. Now Casilla taking all the way. There's a strike, 0-1. So with the 2 hits tonight, Jared Mitchell's now 7 for his last 12. It's pretty solid right there.
Yeah, take that.
Warm weather, getting hot. Getting hot at the plate, getting hot with the weather. Jared swings coming around. Casilla, not too bad of a season himself, hitting .293 coming in. Drove in his 5th run of the season, also scored a run in the 1st. Compton's 0-1 to him. Fastball misses just low. 1-1. Mitchell leads off first, an infield single for him. 1 down in the inning. 3-2 Revs, bottom 5. Now Compton, a quick move over to first. Mitchell back standing. The first baseman, Rodriguez, is holding Mitchell on. The second baseman, Nina, is pinching towards second for double play depth, so there is a hole for Casilla between first and second if he wants to pull one. Mitchell bluffs a steal. Now a ball driven out to deep right field. Going back is Martinez, and that ball is not coming back. Alexi Casilla, 2-run shot to straightaway right. His first of the season, a slow trot for him. He's enjoying it. And the Revs go up 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Alexi Casilla says, I can swing it with the big boys. And sends one out. There's the cannon. I wasn't ready for it, but I never am. And how about that? 5-2 game all of a sudden, Darryl.
I like his home run trot. He's got a good one. That's his first since the doubleheader last year, where he hit 3 in one doubleheader at Long Island. So he can certainly do it. It hit the top of the wall in front of Cannonball, but that counts.
Now, Dotel, he swings at the first pitch, off the hands out to short. It gets by Garcia on one bounce into left field. They'll give that a single. The ball just ate Garcia up. But it doesn't matter. Wellington Dotel credited with a hit. An 11-game hitting streak now for Wellington. And the 5th inning continues to go well for the Revs, who now lead 5-2 after the Casilla 2-run shot.
Yeah, he had some funny English on that one, and I don't know that Garcia, even if he got some glove on it, it wasn't much.
Now the cleanup hitter, Zach Wilson, comes to the plate. 1 out in the inning, Revs up 3. Runner on first is Dotel. First pitch to Wilson. He swings at a breaking ball, grounds it out to short. To second for 1, over to first. In time, a double play. Brandon Compton out of the inning with a 6-4-3 double play. But not before the Revs add 2 runs on 3 hits. 3 hits in a row, including a 2-run shot from Alexi Casilla out to right, his first of the season. It's 5-2 Revs after 5. Let's go to the top of the 6th after a quick commercial break here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, and MLS ID 2925, and MLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Word Search, with top prizes of 20 grand.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Five to 2 Revs, top of the 6th inning. Alexi Casilla, 2-run home run out to straightaway right in the bottom of the 5th. 2-run, 3-hit inning for the Revs. It was Casilla's first homer of the season. He now has 3 of the 5 RBI tonight for the Revs. Robert Carson takes over in the top of the 6th for York. Comes in after Joe Van Meter worked a scoreless 5th in relief of Dominic Severino. Carson, a lefty-lefty matchup with Angelo Sanko. There's a strike, 0-1. Carson, I don't think he seemed to have gotten the memo about the jersey needing to be buttoned. Only has the bottom button buttoned and nothing else. Darryl, you pointed that out before the inning. And umpires have not made him button that up. The 0-1. Breaking ball off the plate, 1-1.
As it's better than none.
Yeah. At least it's still tucked in, you know. It's not like it's flying out. Carson working with a 3-run lead. Carson's been maybe the most trusted reliever out of the bullpen for Mace this season. The 1-1 fouled back. And when I say trusted, in different situations, the guy that Mace really trusts to bring in late in the game, early in the game for multiple innings. Worked 3 1/3 innings at one point this season. That was in an extra inning game with New Britain. 3 2/3, excuse me. Carson's last appearance was on May 25th against the Road Warriors. Did not give up a run in 1 inning. Struck out a batter, walked a batter, and also gave up 1 hit. Has retired 11 of the 16 leadoff batters against him this season. 1 save in 2 opportunities. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball off the plate for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sanko was leaning over the plate, but took it. Now a 2-2 upcoming from Rob. No one on. This is the leadoff man of the inning. 5-2 lead for the Revs, top 6. Rob takes the sign, comes to the plate. Fly ball right center field. That one's hooking. Ruby Silva diving grab. Did he make the catch? He did. Ruby Silva flashing some leather in right center. And that's a big out number 1 for Rob Carson. Wow, what a play from Ruby.
That man's amazing. We heard legendary tales of how good of a center fielder he was. Revs never had a need for him until this season when Witherspoon may need a backup, so they tried him last week, and he's done nothing but impress. And just a great jump on that ball. Just glides effortlessly, and he's so athletic. Made the dive look easy. It was not. He had to go cover a ton of ground.
That was pretty. Full extension from Ruby. Now with 1 out, here's the right-handed hitting Frank Martinez. Takes a strike. 0-1 the count, so Rob retires the leadoff man and needs some help from his defense on a line drive that was sinking out to right center. Silva had it all the way. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, foul territory, right field. It's 0-2. After Martinez, it'll be Devin Rodriguez. This is the middle of the order for the Blue Crabs, who've managed 2 runs tonight. They got both of those runs in the 3rd. The Revs have 2 multi-run innings, 2 runs in the 1st, 2 in the 5th. They also got a single run in the 2nd. The 0-2 from Rob. Breaking ball tapped foul down the 3rd base line. The count remains 0-2. Martinez enjoying a nice season. Over 300 coming in. Not the only Martinez on this club. They have Teodoro in the lineup as well. Wonder which guy says I'm the real Martinez and the other guy's just there. Line drive up the middle, a base hit. 1 out single for Frank Martinez, and he's aboard. That brings up Devin Rodriguez.
Robert tried to button that jersey earlier in the inning, and within a couple of pitches, the entire thing was undone again.
Might need a new jersey.
Safety pins or something. Which never seemed that safe to me.
Yeah.
I'm not one that wants to use those.
More like danger pins.
Yeah.
Here's Rodriguez. 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a fly out to center. 1 out in the inning, man on first. Revs up by 3. Ricardo Gomez getting loose in the Revs bullpen. A ground ball out to short. Dent backhands, flips to second for 1. Casilla, a jump throw to first, not in time. Was off the line as well. So the Revs almost turn a nifty 6-4-3 right there. They do get the lead base runner. A nice play from Dent going to Casilla, who was late covering second because the ball was hit so hard. But he got to second and at least got his foot down for the lead runner. So Martinez is cut down on the bases on the 6-4 fielder's choice. Rodriguez safe at first.
Yeah, you see the athleticism of that middle infield there, and as tough of a play as that was, Alexi, I'm sure he's still kicking himself for not making the throw.
2 outs and a man on first. The first pitch to the right-handed hitting Sapelt is low and inside, 1-0. Sapelt struck out swinging in the second on a strike him out, throw him out double play. Singled, then got the second on an error in the fourth. That one misses inside as well. It's 2-0. 5-2 lead for the Revs, top of inning number 6. They extended their lead in the bottom of the 5th when Alexi Casilla went deep, bringing home 2. Robert Carson trying to get the Revs through the 6th. Here's the 2-0. That one in there for a strike. It caught the outer half. 2-1. Carson takes the sign from Cruz, comes set at the waist, looks at first, to the plate. Pop up, foul territory, first base side. Burgess and Cruz giving chase. Cruz throws the mask and the ball lands in the seats. He ran out of room just over the netting around the Revs on deck circle area. Cruz gave it a good run there, but just barely over the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, man on first. Revs holding their 3-run lead. It's 5-2 in the top of the 6th.
I'm glad they added that netting there, but last year he does make that play. It was right on the ledge.
Saving lives, but taking away outs. Here's Carson's 2-2. Off the hands into the netting. I'd much prefer that play not be made.
Yeah.
And for the safety of our fans. Netting extended this year on each baseline side. We'll do the 2-2 again. 2 outs in the inning, man on first. Carson looks at first, now to the plate. Breaking ball sent into left field. That's dumped in front of Dotel for a knock. It'll be first and second for the Blue Crabs now as Sapelt reaches on another hit. He's 2 for 3. Brings up the catcher, Austin Green.
Right off the end, that bat cracked. He's checking it out on his way down the line and just dropped it halfway down. No longer of use to him, but it produces a base hit, makes Carson work a little bit harder.
Runners at first and second. Now here's the K-man, Austin Green. Carson to the plate. Line drive into the left center field gap. Dotel giving chase. He won't get there. 1 hops the left center field wall. 1 run is in. James Frisbee waving home another. Here's the relay throw from Dent, cut off by Carson. And the Blue Crabs add 2. It's now a 5-4 game. Robert Carson allows a 2-out single to extend the inning. Then Austin Green wastes no time swinging at the first pitch. Deposits one into left center. Scoring on the play, Rodriguez and Sapelt. We're back to a 1-run game. And now a meeting on the mound, and it looks like Mace is going to make a change. As Carson buttons up his jersey again. The next batter will be Angeles Nina with 2 outs. And that'll be it for Robert Carson. So Mace goes to the pen. And so we'll take a quick break and step away on the broadcast. It's now a 5-4 game after Austin Green's 2-out, 2 RBI double. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us on the broadcast. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is when we come back here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area: Hanover, Harris,
Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove, Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to FuscoProBaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Ricardo Gomez takes over in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs for Robert Carson. The man at the plate is the 9-hitter Angelis Nina. Man on second, 2 outs. Gomez's first offering is a slider that misses off the plate, 1-0. 5-4, the Revs lead in the top of the 6th. The 2-out, 2 RBI double to left center from Austin Green has pulled the Blue Crabs within 1. It's been a back-and-forth type game, although the Revs have never trailed in it. It's been close, though. Back and forth in terms of team scoring runs. Gomez looks at second, the 1-0 to Nina, a breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. Gomez pitching in back-to-back games, got the loss on Sunday, gave up 3 hits and 1 run in an inning of work. Pitched the 8th inning, got the loss, his first of the season against the Road Warriors. It was the first inning this year where he gave up a run. Just 1 run in 8 2/3 of this season. Gomez looks at second again. Here's the 1-1. Popped up in the infield. Who wants it? Right side of the diamond. Casilla drifting under it. And he makes the grab and the inning is over. So Ricardo Gomez inherits 1 runner. A runner in scoring position, and he strands him on second. 2 runs do score in the inning for the Blue Crabs. They do it on 3 hits. There was a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Revs holding a 1-run lead. It's 5-4 York. Stick with us on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and a bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Home half of the 6th at PeoplesBank Park. 5-4 Revs lead. Melky Mesa swings at the first pitch he sees in the inning and misses it 0-1. Brandon Compton still out there for the Blue Crabs. Worked into the 6th inning, allowing 5 runs so far. He's allowed runs in 3 separate innings. The 0-1 to Mesa. Breaking ball sent out to left center field. Giving chase is Sapelt. He won't get there. It's down. It one-hops the base of the wall. Mesa pulling into second with a stand-up double. And the Milkman continues to deliver. That's his first hit of the night and another extra base hit for him.
Now Compton had gotten him to swing over or barely foul tip. Some pretty good breaking balls down out of the zone tonight, but that time hung it. It flattened out. And right into the middle of Mesa's swing path. Nice solid shot to the gap as the Revs look to get some breathing room back.
Now Michael Burgess will get a shot with a man on second and no outs. 5-4 lead for the Revs. Crabs got 2 in the top of the 6th. Compton checks Mesa at second. Not a big lead. Pitch to Burgess, way outside, 1-0. Mike's 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Austin Green, a 2 RBI, 2-out double to left center in the top of the 6th for the Crabs to make it a 5-4 game. That was off Robert Carson. Ricardo Gomez came in and got Angeles Nini to pop out to end the 6th inning. Got out of the jam. Burgess swings at the 1-0 and fouls it out of play, 1-1. The Revs were up 1 going into the bottom of the 5th when Casilla hit a 2-run home run to give the team breathing room, like you mentioned, Darryl. And now again they find themselves only with a 1-run lead, but they're showing tonight that they can continue to extend their lead. They haven't trailed in this one.
A lot of the losses this year, they have not extended the lead.
A quick peek at second for Compton. Now to the plate. Burgess flips one out of play. Foul behind home plate. It's 1-2. Revs have outscored their opponents 108 to 101 this season coming in. "24 multi-run innings, counting the 2 multi-run innings they have tonight. Burgess awaiting the 1-2 pitch from Compton. Right-hander looks at Mesa over at second. Now to the plate. The pitch, slider in the dirt that wisely laid off by Burgess. That's a good eye right there from Mike. Burgess back in the box. Compton back in front of the rubber, taking the sign from Green. Mesa short lead off second. And the pitch, Burgess, another foul ball out of play. Burgess making Compton work, who's already had to throw a lot of pitches tonight, now working into the 6th. Surprised to see him back out for the 6th, Darryl?
I mean, yeah, after the 2 runs last inning, I suppose. A little bit. They have 9 relievers on their card.
Jason Creasy, one of them, he's working in the Crabs bullpen. The 2-2 to Burgess, way inside and low. A nice stop in the dirt by the catcher, Green. I don't even know if that was in the dirt, actually. I think he just slid to catch it before it hit the dirt. Nonetheless, 3-2 the count. Mesa on second base after the leadoff double to left center. Burgess looking to break an 0 for 2 tonight. Compton has to come with a pitch here on 3-2. Here it is. Another one sent out of play by Burgess, so he continues to work, or make Compton work, and the at-bat continues. 5-4 lead for the Revs, bottom 6.
They've been staying away from Burgess the entire at-bat. He just keeps fouling them off. Twice they've tried to come in with the slider. Burgess hasn't budged on it, and Compton missed with it both times.
Burgess, an Atlantic League All-Star last year, off to a decent start in the power department this year, 5 homers. Compton steps off, hangs the leg, and then looks towards second, looks Mesa back. Burgess only hitting .200 this year, but I mentioned the 5 homers, and he does have 12 RBI. Compton, another check on second. Here's the full count pitch. It misses outside. A great AB there from Michael Burgess. He draws the walk. The Revs have runners at first and second with no outs, and Luis Cruz at the dish.
That was a good one. Every fastball that they threw to the outer part, which is where opposing teams have been getting Burgess out lately, he just kept fouling them off. And that's when you lose a batter to a walk after a long battle like that, that's one that can put some doubt in your mind, and the exhaustion, not that he's got that high of a pitch count, but it can kind of creep into your mind when you lose a guy after a long battle like that.
Blue Crabs manager James Frisbee, a quick walk out to the mound to talk things over with Compton. He will not make a move. He leaves his starter in. Thought right there that he was going to grab him. It wasn't the team's pitching coach, Cody Epley, out for a chat. It was Frizz himself. But he leaves in Compton, trusting him here with no outs and runners at first and second. Compton just pointed to his shortstop, Garcia, saying, let's turn this thing, or I'm coming to you with a ground ball. 5-4 lead for the Revs, bottom 6. Cruz at the plate with 2 on. First pitch to Luis. He chops it foul behind home plate, 0-1. Cruz, the average is down to 254. Does have 9 driven in. Just 4 hits in his last 23 games coming in. He does have a knock tonight. He's 1 for 2. An opposite field jam shot in the 4th. Mesa leads off second. Burgess off of first, not being held on. The 0-1 to Cruz, way inside, 1-1. This has the makings of a big inning for the Revs with 2 on and no outs. The RBI man at the dish, Darryl, he's due.
Yeah, he is. Pick to click. I'll take a single.
Revs looking to get a rally going. They lead by 1. It's 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Compton to look at second, down to the plate. Cruz fouls another one off, in on the hands. So Compton continuing to work the right-handed hitting Cruz inside. Count 1-2.
And he has favored that side of the plate a lot tonight. It does look like he's got some arm side runs, some sink on that fastball, and perhaps he feels that is his go-to pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Cruz. Ryan Dent waits on deck. He's homered tonight. Now Cruz steps out of the box. Now back in. Now Compton steps off the mound. He'll retow the rubber. 2 on and no outs in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch to Cruz. Sent out to shallow right center field. Martinez back on it. He makes the grab. Tagging and heading for third is Melky Mesa. He'll get there. Another ball that carried off the bat a little farther than I thought. So Cruz a productive out there. He gets Mesa up to third. And the Revs have an insurance run 90 feet away. 1 out in the inning, and runners at the corners for Ryan Dent.
On the way this game's been playing out, you would love to take advantage of all of your insurance opportunities. So I'm sure Cruz would have preferred to find a gap with that ball, but it is a productive out. And the way Southern Maryland's been battling back, breathing room is a pretty attractive option.
Now Ryan Dent, first pitch he sees is a curveball in for a strike, 0-1. Dent homered his first time up in the 2nd inning for his 5th of the season, matching his total from last season. The count 0-1. Burgess leads off first, Mesa off third, both short leads. The 0-1 to Dent, popped up foul out of play. I lost that ball up in the air. It's now a very light bluish purpley sky out there. It's pretty cool, but I lost the ball when it went up.
Yeah. This gives you a look at what the fielders have to deal with at this time of night.
A high sky, as they call it. Lights completely on here at the park. No more sun. 0-2 the count to Dent. Pitch from Compton. Swing and a miss. A fastball inner half. It got him. Dent goes down swinging. That's big out number 2. Now Ruby Silva, the 9-hitter.
Yeah, he started him breaking ball, then fastball away that he fouled off, and then fastball in that he swung through. Compton, who has been hit a little bit tonight, Revs with 5 runs. He's still bringing it at 91 with movement here in the 6th inning.
Runners at the corners for the left-handed hitting Silva. The first pitch from Compton. Fastball misses inside, maybe a little bit low, 1-0. Revs as a team with runners in scoring position and 2 outs up to 272. They have 6 homers in situations like that. Silva hitting 250 in 12 ABs with scoring position and 2 outs. The 1-0 to Ruby. Swing and a miss. Fastball up in the zone. 91 miles an hour on the gun from Compton. 2 outs in the inning. The Revs got a leadoff double from Mesa. Burgess then walked, but then a fly out to right from Cruz. It did move Mesa up to third. Then Dent struck out swinging. Now Compton looking to get through inning number 6. Revs up 5-4 bottom 6. Pitch to Silva. Swing and a miss. A fastball outer half of the zone. 91 again on the gun. Compton is ramping up that fastball a little bit here in the frame. He got Dent on a fastball with 2 strikes. Silva swings through 1. Compton takes a sign from Green. The pitch to Silva. The 0-2 in off the hands over to first base. It's bobbled by the first baseman. Flipped to the pitcher covering, and Compton's there, and the inning is over. Silva an in-between hop out to the first baseman Rodriguez, but he recovers and flips over to first. And the Revs go down quietly here in the 6th. No runs on a hit, no errors, and there were 2 left. We'll go to the top of the 7th with the Revs up by 1. It's a 5-4 game. Darryl taking back over on play-by-play here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Rudders has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rudders Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rudders. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rudders Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rudders Kunzler Hot Dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler Bacon Wrapped Cheddar Dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 7th, it's 5-4 York. Gomez stays in. Top of the order for the Crabs, and Bladell leading off, looks at one down and away. Revs had a 3-0 lead through the first 2 innings. Southern Maryland got 2 on the board in the 3rd. Revs recovered those on a Casilla homer in the 5th. The 1-0 and a fastball over at the bottom of the zone, a called strike. Last inning, Southern Maryland put up 2 more, and right back within a run. Bladell tonight 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 3rd. Pitch from Gomez, fastball, called strike on the outside part of the plate. Bladell rolls his eyes, has some words with Manolo. Gomez got the final out of the 6th inning, a pop-up from Nina, leaving the tying run at second. Revs had a chance to put some insurance back up, but were unable to do so in their half. And they set up away. Here's the 1-2. It's up high, fastball. Revs have Grant Sides loosening And they were in the bullpen after 4 innings tonight. Dominic Severino, 4 innings, 2 runs. He was battling himself a little bit tonight, but limited the damage to 2. The pitch, and a slider sails away. A full count. Gomez trying to avoid putting the leadoff man on here after being ahead of him to begin the inning. As a sign from Cruz. And the payoff pitch. Swing, and it's fouled the other way. Now to play right side. The Revs battery lives together here in York.
That's good chemistry right there. I mean, living under the same roof.
Cruz had a birthday the other day. Happy belated birthday. Gomez, the payoff again. Swinging, he shoots one on the ground the other way. A base hit to right. Now the tying run is on. Bladell works the count full and takes one through the right side of his second hit.
Another opposite field jam shot that gets through. Gotta be careful with him as a leadoff base runner. Guy with some speed.
He is 3 for 6 in stolen base attempts. Blue Crabs haven't run much, but he can take a bag. Here's Edwin Garcia. Wilson will come to the edge of the grass at third in the event of a bunt. And Gomez, the pitch. It's inside, moving Garcia off. Tonight he's walked, hit a sac fly, and flied out one other time. Bit of a tense one tonight after the Revs had the early lead. Now the 1-0 runner goes, and a line drive base hit to left on the hit and run. Bladell heading to third. He's going to make it. Throw goes into second. They had Dent leave short to cover at second, and Garcia pulled it. They thought he was going to hit it the other way. He pulled it and lines a single toward left center. It's first and third with nobody out.
Well, that's a ball where normally Casilla, the second baseman, will be covering second base. Maybe a little bit of reverse thinking there that backfired, or. But a hard hit ball that maybe Dent doesn't catch it if he doesn't move. You never know if he would have been right there, but nonetheless a tough situation for Gomez to have to work in right now.
There's Teodoro Martinez. He is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch, breaking ball outside. Revs are set up to turn 2. They would give up the tying run if they have the opportunity to do that. And they lead at 5-4 here in the 7th. That was the 12th Southern Maryland hit. On the stretch from Gomez. And the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball, right center field. Mitchell hustles over, so does Silva. Look out. Mitchell calls, makes the catch. Good communication. Bladell will tag from third, though, and come in to score. Sac fly to right field for Teodoro Martinez. He has not extended his 11-game hitting streak tonight, but he has tied the game 5-5 here in the 7th.
And the Blue Crabs have found ways coming from behind tonight, manufacturing runs, 2 sac flies now, and they've also scored a run on a wild pitch.
12 hits, only 1 extra base hit, which was a big one last inning. Here comes Mace. He's going to go to Grant Sides. A pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts with 1 on and 1 out. Now a runner at first base with 1 out. And a run home to tie it here in the 7th, 5-5. Sides is in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts when we come back.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIACREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance, but not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Revs go to their fourth reliever of the night, fifth pitcher of the night. Grant Sides takes over here. Runner at first, 1 out. It's a 5-5 game here in the 7th inning. Sides no record in 5 outings, 1 save, 5 1/3 scoreless innings, just 3 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. He has been every bit as good as he was last season since signing, and he will face Angelo Sonko, who I believe had a 2-out hit. I believe he's the one that had the 2-out hit off Sides in the championship clincher last year, and then he bared down and got Delta Cleary Jr. to end it. Sonko tonight, 2 for 3, the cleanup hitter, left-hand batter. First pitch, fastball, just missed, down and away. At 91 on that one. Garcia, the runner at first. Burgess holds there. The Blue Crabs have finally come all the way back. Revs' biggest lead was 3 twice. There's the stretch, the 1-0, and a swing and a miss. He powers it right by him. Sonko among the league leaders in home runs with Long Island last season. His first year in the league, he had been Alonzo Harris's teammate in St. Paul in years prior. Stretch from Sides, the 1-1, swing, and he fouls it back over the roof. He was 3rd in the league with 24 home runs last season. 1 ahead of Alonzo, his former St. Paul Saints teammate. Sonko trailed only former Blue Crab Michael Snyder, who had 25, 1 behind him, and 2 behind the league leader, former Barnstormer Sean Halton, who had 26. Sides ahead of him here. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the stretch. A long set. He fires and missed high and away. That was a changeup. 2-2. It's not a blown save since Gomez came on in the 6th inning, but it's the 2nd straight day that the opponent has tied it in the 7th, their 2nd straight game. Sides ready. And the 2-2. Swinging a chop off the plate, foul over by the Revs dugout. Sunday was the 3rd time that a blown save resulted in a loss, all against the Road Warriors. So there haven't been a lot, but there have been a painful few, and it's been against, for the most part, the same opponent. Revs had 1 blown save at Southern Maryland, but they came back to win that one late. There's the 2-2, swing and a pop-up. Cruz off with the mask, over to the left of the plate, approaching the on-deck area, and he can't make the grab. He was kind of inching his way over toward Frank Martinez on deck, eyeing up the screen, and and he probably could have given it another full step and got under it. He reached out, though, instead with the glove, and it glanced off the glove and fell. So the at-bat will continue.
There's a lot going on around that on-deck circle with the guy on deck, of course, and then Cruz trying to run after. He's got the mask in hand and having to deal with that warning track, making sure he doesn't run into the wall or into the net. Not an easy play right there.
2-2 it remains. 7th pitch of the at-bat is on the way, and it misses high. Fastball at 93. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, the Road Warriors bugging some other competition tonight. They lead 9-8 in the 7th inning at New Britain. Lancaster leads Somerset 4-1 in the 7th in Lancaster. Now the stretch and the payoff pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Cruz the throw to second. Dent caught it and tumbling over, got the tag on Edwin Garcia's leg. The Revs with their 2nd strikeout, throw-out, double play of the night. Sides the strikeout of Songko, and Cruz lets it fly. And Dent, a great job coming across the bag toward the runner, tumbling and getting the tag on him. Only 1 run on 2 hits, none left. Stretch time at the bank. We're tied at 5.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoe Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
First pitch in the home 7th is down and in on Jared Mitchell. New pitcher is right-hander Jason Creasy for Southern Maryland. The change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Top of the order for York. 5-5 the pitch. Mitchell lays off a little high. Mitchell has scored twice. Casilla has scored twice. They're both 2 for 3. The top of the order has done a lot of damage. Casilla has driven in Mitchell both times. There's the 2-0 and a rip foul. That was down past the Revs dugout. It hit the sidewall and caromed right in front of the relievers and out into right field.
Big Boat's got to be careful over there coaching first base. Mitchell's dropping lasers.
2-1 now. Creasy was with Long Island to start the year, acquired in a trade in early May. 2-1, and that misses high. Compton went 6, giving up 5 runs on 9 hits, only 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. 90 pitches, 68 strikes, only 22 balls all night. 3-1. Swinging a line drive, deep right field. Martinez back, gets turned around, it's over his head. One hops the wall, Mitchell's got two, and he'll pull in with a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the seventh. He's a homer away from the cycle tonight, and the Revs looking to retake the lead, have the leadoff man at second base.
Mitchell continues to stroke it really well. I mean, that's a well-hit ball. Turns around Martinez trying to go back on it. Pulling into second with ease. I thought for a second he might have a shot to make a sharp turn and head for three, try to get his second triple of the night, but right now the Revs need base runners and didn't really have a shot to stretch that. They'll take the leadoff double, though.
For sure. Here's Alexi, who will try to at least advance him. Big night for him. First pitch, swinging, chops it high, and reaching back at third. Martinez has it, but won't have a play. Infield hit for Alexi Casilla, first and third. With nobody out, he does advance Mitchell, and I bet nobody would have predicted it to happen on a play like that.
Oh, Mitchell's speed right there got him to third base without getting tagged out. Alexi tried to chop that ball like that. He saw the third baseman Martinez coming in and saw an opportunity to get one over his head like that. That was an incredible effort by Martinez to glove that. And then Mitchell's running on it thinking it's over his head, but the fact that Martinez had to come down and kind of catch his footing, that's what allowed Mitchell to get to third. But it'll work. Alexi Casilla, again, a wizard with the bat, making things happen.
And those two are both now 3 for 4. Here's Wellington Dotel, who will look to cash in. First and third, no outs. First pitch, breaking ball, sits high. We are tied at 5 here in the 7th inning, and Dotel looking to give them the lead back. He is 1 for 3 tonight, hitting streak up to 11. RBI streak still sitting at 5. Here's the stretch. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball up at 96. He was looking to tee that baby up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a try to hit one out of the park swing right there. And right now, Wellington just needs to get something in play that's not a double play ball. You don't want to hit into a double play here. Big hole between short and third, though.
Creasy sets the hands and turns and throws to first. Casilla back standing, didn't have much of a lead. Creasy in 10 outings this year, 6.10 ERA, but better success with Southern Maryland in 7 outings at 284. 6 1/3, 2 runs. He's ready. And the 1-1 swing and a foul back over the roof. A fastball at 94. With Southern Maryland, he's struck out 10 and walked none. Overall, between both stops, he's struck out 18 and walked only 3. So he normally will not put you on himself. He's made it to AAA in his career. Here's the stretch. Ahead of Dotel, and the 1-2. Breaking ball, hit on the ground at first, and gobbled up there by Rodriguez. The throw to second will get 1. And Mitchell stays at third. He drew the look from Devin Rodriguez. Had to make sure Mitchell wasn't coming home. And then threw to second to get Casilla. 3-6 on the out. Dotel will take Alexi's spot at first. Pretty good play on both sides as James Frisbee comes out for Rodriguez to look at third and still getting out at second, and for Mitchell to read that and live at third to see another day.
That was a nice play by Rodriguez at the first base bag to look home, make sure Mitchell wasn't going, then throw to second. And Mitchell on the other side read that one really well, like you mentioned. That's a case where you're not going on contact with no outs on a ball like that because, you know, this is a tie game. I mean, maybe if they needed a run there to tie it, you try to go on contact, but in a tie game, especially with no outs, you're not going. So Mitchell, a good decision there.
That'll be the second charge visit to Southern Maryland. Here is Zach Wilson, who will try to give the Revs the lead against his former team. Tonight he's 0 for 2, but has a sac fly. And here's the stretch from Creasy. First pitch, Dotel running, breaking ball high, and it's juggled by Green. He'll hang on to it. Won't make a throw. Stolen base for Dotel, his 4th. Takes away the double play, and it's now 2nd and 3rd with 1 out.
Wellington making things happen in multiple ways. He reaches on a fielder's choice. Would have liked to drive a run in, but now making something happen with his legs. And now 2 men in scoring position. You force them to bring the infield in or about halfway.
And the 1-0. Curveball, that's high. Nothing straight yet for Wilson to hit, but a 2-0 count. First base is open. Melky Mesa serves as Wilson's protection in the order tonight. And they will put him on 2-0. They're not going to fool around with it. They'll start over on the next guy with forces everywhere. Intentional walk to Wilson. And the bases are loaded for Melky Mesa with 1 out in a tie game here in the 7th.
Smiley getting a shot right here.
Make Revs fans smile with it.
Well, smart decision right there in terms of being able to set up a double play and a force at home. Plus, Wilson, a power threat, a guy that could really drive the ball. Same with Mesa at the plate, but now you at least have the force and the double play opportunity.
Mesa 1 for 3 tonight with a double. To left center last inning. Here's the stretch. And Creasy steps off, not ready yet. The double last inning led off, and the Revs did not score. This inning, Mitchell led off with a double. And with 1 out, they're still trying to score and retake the lead. Stretch from Creasy, the pitch, and a big swing and a miss. Fastball at 95. Mesa was looking to bring home more than 1 run there.
Yeah, that's gas right there. That's gas. I like the aggressiveness of the cut right there. 1 out, bases juiced. Why not take a huge hack? All they need is 1 run right now, though.
There's the stretch. The 0-1. Swing, and he fouls it straight back. Burgess is on deck. They only have 1 lefty in their bullpen, David Wayne Russo.
That's not 3 lefties? David Wayne and Russo?
He added the middle name from last year. He wanted to be called by all of them. Here's the stretch, 0-2. And a swing and a line drive, base hit to center. Mitchell scores, they're sending Dotel. Bladell's throw cut off. Now Wilson caught in a rundown between 2nd and 3rd, and he tried to dive past the tag. He's tagged out, but Melky Mesa delivers a 2-run single to center. And the Revs lead again. They lead by multiple runs again. It's 7-5 York here in the bottom of the 7th.
Huge. Melky coming up. Clutch once again. Another multi-hit game for me. He's got 7 multi-hit games in 12 games played this year. Just does a job staying up the middle. That's what the Milkman does. He delivers.
Here's Burgess. Yes, he does. With a smile, and Burgess swings and dribbles 1 on the ground to second base. Nina's got it, throws over to first. That'll end the inning. But what a big hit by Melky Mesa, and the Revs are up with a multi-run lead again. 3rd time tonight. They've led by 2 runs or more at some point. 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits and 1 left. We go to the 8th. It's York 7, Southern Maryland 5.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking! That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelero. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the Sportswear Specialty Store without specialty prices. Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the eighth, Malky Mesa has given the Revs the lead back on his second hit of the night, driving in 2 on the single, behind in the count, but coming through. 7-5. Both teams now with 12 hits. Grant Sides will stay in, got the strikeout double play to end the 7th. And keep it tied. The top of the 7th, kept it tied at the time. And he's now, at the moment, the pitcher of record. Frank Martinez leads off, 5-6-7. First pitch to begin the 8th is a called strike down in the zone. Manolo took a long look at it. Sides with strike 1. Martinez 1 for 3 on the night. Switch hitting third baseman. Stretch from Sides. And the 0-1. Fastball just inside Martinez, Rodriguez, and Sapelt. Sides normally won't end up sitting and then coming back out. Most of these late inning relievers won't, but the Revs went to the bullpen after 4 tonight. There's the 1-1, and it misses down and away. A win would at least keep York within 4.5. Lancaster and Southern Maryland were ultimately rained out Sunday. There's torrential rains in Maryland, and they thought they were going to play, but the outfield had too much water. A long delay. There's the 2-1, and a swing and a high chop up the middle, base hit. Martinez bounced it right over Sides and into center, and he's got his second hit of the night. The hit totals tonight are off the charts. That is the 13th for Southern Maryland to York's 12.
Right, they actually were off the charts. They hadn't put the 13 up yet on the scoreboard in the outfield. But I mean, both teams are playing an excellent game. I mean, you have the Revs who haven't trailed in this one, but they keep adding, and when the game gets tied again, they continue to push runs across. And the Crabs, they haven't been shy about playing from behind and then trying to claw their way back.
Here's Devin Rodriguez. He's the tying run now. Revs will get Junior Rincon up in the pen. First pitch, fastball low. So Sides right now is at 13 pitches. And looking for his first out here in the 8th inning. Looks like the plan was to go from Sides to Rincon with the lead, hopefully. And Junior will get up right now, even if it's sometime this inning that he comes in. The 1-0, swinging a chopper. That's on through into right. And around second is Martinez. Mitchell up, gunning to third. Overshot Dent. Wilson the catch in front of third. Rodriguez does not advance on the throw. It'll be first and third with nobody out. And 2 ground balls that find openings, both chopped into the outfield. And Southern Maryland threatening again. Here comes Fletch for a visit.
They weren't going to go quietly. I mean, I don't think anybody thought this game was over once it was 7-5. The Revs have played a lot of close games in the later innings where you've had a tie situation, Revs up 1, down 1. They're up 2 right here, but not a safe lead by any means. However, you've got to trust your guys to hold it. Grant Sides has been asked to get the last 2 outs of 1 inning, then come back out for another. Did a good job with the runner he inherited, not allowing him to score last inning. And right now, going to be asked to try to work out of a first and third no-out jam. It's not easy, especially with a guy, Sapelt, who's got 2 hits tonight. But almost everybody in this lineup has 2 hits.
He's 1 of 6. He's 2 for 3. First and third, no outs. Sides after the visit, fires, misses away.
Everybody except Teodoro with a hit tonight. Go figure, the hottest hitter coming in.
Right. Revs a 7-5 lead here in the 8th. Stretch from sides. 1-0. And a bunt try. Bunts right through it. Appeal to first confirms that. Pitch was up near his eyes. And Sapelt, he's trying to push one for a hit, but bunts through it. 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for York, 5 runs, 14 hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. Treese tips the cap, letting the dugout know Rincon is ready. He's so ready, he just threw one all the way to home plate from the bullpen. His time is asked for.
Said, put me in, coach.
He did go 2 innings pretty well in Lancaster 6 days ago. He can do it. There's the stretch, the 1-1. Fastball just low. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Somerset has closed the gap in Lancaster. It's 4-3, Lancaster leading in the 7th inning. Long Island at Sugar Land scoreless in the 5th. Sides the stretch. And the 2-1. Fastball low and away. Now, a ball would push the tying run to second base here. Austin Green, who had a big double 2 innings ago, is on deck. Southern Maryland's catcher. Sides come set. And 3-1. Fastball got it over. Strike at 93, full count.
I was going to say, got it over with the sirens blaring in the, in the distance. I don't know what that is, but can't be easy to pitch with. Right now, he just has to come back with a pitch 3-2, and he can miss if it's not the end of the world. The second base is open. You wouldn't say a base is open, but it's not like he's going to walk or run it if he walks this guy.
He's ready. And the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. He paints the outside corner. And Sides comes back to get him. 1 down here in the top of the 8th. It keeps that tying run at first base.
Excellent pitch. Great hold by Cruz right there. Gave him a good target. That just comes down to making a pitch and hitting your spot. And a lot of it has to do with the catcher giving you a good target when you're on the mound. Means more than people think, and Sides executed right there in a pressure situation.
It was perfect. Here's Austin Green, the K-man tonight. And the pitch from Sides, it's a cutter, and it's a called strike on the outer half. Green tonight, 1 for 3. 2-run double in the 6th that at the time made it a 1-run game for the second time in a comeback effort by Southern Maryland. First and third, 1 out. Revs set up to turn 2. The stretch. And the 0-1 missed down and away. That one had some late bite. Cruz had to really reach to save a run coming in from third.
Revs have to be careful here. If Sides throws something in the dirt, Cruz is going to have to do his best to get down and keep it somewhere close to the plate. 1 run's already scored tonight on a wild pitch.
Grant ready. And the pitch. Fastball called strike. 93 on the outer black. It's 1-2.
He can live out there. He continues to get the call on the corner. He paints that spot. Green hasn't pulled the trigger on it. Sapelt didn't pull the trigger.
Fans want Moz sticks to be included with an out here. Sides the stretch. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 94 for some top cheese. And Moz sticks are ordered tonight. 2 down here in the 8th.
A little bit of fried cheese as a result. Getting those Mott sticks. Great time to go with the high fastball after you go low corner a couple times and you get Green to chase there. Aggressive up in the zone. Right-handed hitters generally like the ball up in the zone. And he went fishing in Grant's sides. I mean, the velocity is up tonight, and it's paying dividends. 2 huge punch-outs.
Trying to get one more out. He's at 24 pitches. Having gotten the final 2 outs in the 7th on a strikeout double play. Here's Nina, number 9 hitter. And the first pitch, breaking ball, hit in the air in center. Silva right there reading it, waiting on it, puts it away. And Grant Sides works out of trouble in the top of the 8th inning. A couple of ground ball singles set up the Blue Crabs. Sides retires the next 3 in a row. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It remains York 7, Southern Maryland 5.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
The York County Solid Waste Authority is a proud sponsor of Go Green Night at the York Revolution on June 9th. The first 2,000 fans through the gate will receive a free eco-friendly cloth shopping tote. We call foul on plastic bags, and you should too. Visit www.ycswa.com for more earth-friendly tips. That's www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 8th, last chance at insurance for the Revs. They lead 7-5. Junior Rincon will be getting ready as Luis Cruz comes up to lead things off. Cruz, Dent, and Silva. Grant Sides, the pitcher of record, held down the lead in the top of the 8th despite the threat. And Cruz tonight 1 for 3. He'll dig in against right-hander Shane Watson, the second Blue Crab reliever used tonight. 2 runs off Creasy last inning. First pitch to Cruz, a curveball that tumbles in for a strike. Watson in 11 games, no record, a 9.64 ERA. 9 in the 3rd innings, 10 runs, 16 hits. And he steps off, rethinking what they're going to here. Former Phillies draft pick, got as high as Double-A Reading. The 0-1, and a swing and a pop-up at third base. Frank Martinez drifting toward his shortstop. He'll let Edwin Garcia take it, coming toward the infield grass, 1 away. Lakewood, California, same as J.P. Crawford, right?
Yep, yeah, and I think last time when we were in Southern Maryland, we found out that they were teammates in high school, drafted a year apart, both by the Phillies.
Watson, a first rounder in 2012, 40th overall pick.
Then Crawford was 13, I believe.
Here's Dent, 1 for 3, home run in the 2nd. First pitch, breaking ball, it's low. Watson is 6'4", 240, big fella. And out of the stretch, he'll work. There's the 1-0. Swinging a foul back upstairs. Watson had spent 5 years in the Phillies system. Crawford's still on the mend, right?
Yeah.
A little banged up.
It's been a while.
There's the stretch from Watson, the 1-1, and a curveball missed inside. Spent my Memorial Day evening watching the Phillies C1 get away in LA last night.
Yeah, I saw it was 4-0, and then I see they lose.
It's the 2-1, and a chopper toward third. That's foul. Polo will let that one go.
Yeah, you can't get an error if you don't touch it right there. But how about those Major League Baseball Memorial Day jerseys? They were pretty sweet with the dark lettering. Was it camo lettering?
I think so. Dark camo.
They do a good job with that.
Sure they'll do something for 4th of July and Father's Day and Mother's Day. The 2-2. And it just misses down and in, a fastball. Atlantic League president Rick White was in the American or Major League licensing department earlier in his career. Little connection, not a little connection, big connection between this league and that side of Major League Baseball. 2-2. And a swing and a drive, high and deep in left field. Sapelt back, it's gone! Ryan Dent, a towering home run over the arch nemesis in left field, his second of the night. Say goodbye to that one and say hello to the Revs' new home run leader with 6 on the year. It's 8-5 York here in the bottom of the 8th.
No doubt about it right there. You see that bat flip? That was good stuff. That's how you bat flip right there. You watch it for just, a quick second, then just kind of flip the bat. He knew that one was gone. How about the Ryan Dent power stroke?
Crushed. And he got blasted with the water cup from Robert Carson. Here's Ruby Silva. Time is asked for. And Manolo hearing it from James Frisbee from the third base dugout. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe a previous pitch in that at bat. First one to Silva. And a fastball called strike, knee-high outside corner. Ryan Dent is now tied for second in the league in home runs. I don't know what the other leaders have done tonight, but now Frisbee calls time, marches to the mound, and I know what this is going to be. He's going to wait until Manolo comes out. Manolo had the mask ripped off, staring at him when he screamed, "Timeout, timeout." And he went storming toward the mound.
He's just waiting out there, got the arms crossed.
And here comes Manolo. I'm not sure what set him off. It must have been a pitch. And Manolo approaching the opposite side of the mound. And now Frisbee starts in on him. We'll see how long this goes. Frisbee's had a few good ones already this year from what we're told. And right now it's just an intense one-sided conversation, and he stomps right back toward his dugout without further incident. At whatever point he wanted to make, he must feel like he did.
That is one way to beat the system here on a manager argument, is to go out and take a mound visit.
0-1 on Silva. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased in the dirt. Coming in tonight, Long Island's David Washington had 6 home runs. And Dent now tied with him for second. Courtney Hawkins of Sugarland, the league leader, with 7. Dent 1 behind him. It's the 0-2. And a swing and a chip foul behind the plate. I screwed up the call. I said 2-2 pitch, and it was 3-2.
Could have fooled me.
Botched it.
No one will know. Maybe it's radio. When you grab the clip, it's...
Thank goodness. Say that a lot. It's radio, thankfully. It's the 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. So Watson comes back with the K on the next hitter. Let's see, Long Island scored in the 5th inning. It was not a David Washington home run, so for right now, Dent is tied for 2nd in the league. Here's Jared Mitchell at the top. 3 for 4 tonight, needs a home run for the cycle. Triple, infield hit, double, 3 runs scored. Revs have had 2 cycles in their history. Here's the first pitch. And a swing and a liner yanked foul into the seats and right. And I wonder if he knows it. Last year at New Britain, he needed... Well, I forget what hit he needed, but he hit his 2nd home run of the night instead.
That works, too. Better than a cycle.
Yeah. Total bases is where it's at. On the stretch. And the 0-1. Breaking ball, that's in for a strike.
8 runs on 13 hits for the Revs tonight. That's efficiency. When you're getting all those hits, you gotta push the runs across. Right now, Southern Maryland, 14 hits but only 5 runs. That doesn't normally cut it. Revs capitalizing all opportunities all night.
Watson to the belt. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and he's rung up at the bottom of the zone if it was still in there. And Mitchell down looking. He's not too happy about it. Revs added the lead, though, on Ryan Dent's 2nd blast of the night. Towering shot over the big fella in left. Right now, Mitchell and Manolo continuing the conversation and the strikeout. We'll go to the 9th, though. Revs lead the Blue Crabs 8-5.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th, Junior Rincon is on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It's 8-5 York. And he will go for save number 4. 0-1, ERA is 3. In 11 outings, 3 saves. This will be his first appearance since Friday night, when he closed out a lopsided win against the Road Warriors. Been a while since he's had his last save. That was May 11th against New Britain. A lot of the wins have been of a bigger nature here of late. Johnny Bladell will lead things off top of the order for the Blue Crabs. York up 8-5. And the first pitch from Rincon is a little bit high. Revs are being out-hit 14-13, but like Michael said, they've done a lot more with their 13 hits tonight. Blue Crabs have stranded 7. Revs have turned 3 double plays as well. The pitch, and that's just high. Blue Crabs' last inning, it was their 6th inning of the night and 6th in the last 7, in which they had multiple hits. But in 3 of those, they have not scored. Rincon, the 2-0, and that misses high. He was warming up for a long time. A lot of it was just playing light catch to keep the arm moving. First 3 have been high, and he'll try to find it here. As a sign from Cruz, the 3-0, and he got that one over. It's a called strike, 94. Just about everybody the Revs bring in from that bullpen throws smoke. They added Highland Piguero today, who is in the low 90s. The 3-1, and a chopper toward third. Wilson backs up, high hop. He gloves it. Off balance throw will pull Burgess off. And Bladell is safe at first. It hit the lip of the grass, bounced up higher than Wilson was anticipating. And that got the throw a bit out of sorts. He will be charged with an error, though.
A tough error for him. He did a good job to stay with that play after the tough hop, but knowing he had to make a quick throw was offline.
Bring up Edwin Garcia. He's 1 for 2 tonight, a walk, a sac fly. Caught stealing in the 7th on a strikeout throwout. And the first pitch, swinging a high fly to center. They'll take that. Silva positions over toward shallow right center, squeezes, 1 down. And after the leadoff man reached, they need 1 more base runner to have a chance to tie it, but Rincon gets the first out on 1 pitch. They will absolutely take that.
Sure. Anytime you're in a situation like that, you get a base runner on that you shouldn't have had, and the next guy goes up there aggressive, hacking at the first pitch, and doesn't do much with it. That's huge for the team in the field, and the Revs will be the beneficiary of that there. Rincon loving it.
Here's Teodoro Martinez. First pitch, fastball is low. He's trying to extend an 11-game hitting streak. If he does, unless it's a ball that hits the runner, which would give him a hit, but an out, the tying run will come to the plate. Or unless it's a hit with an out on the play in some other fashion. There's the stretch from Rincon. The 1-0. And a rip it short. Dent lays out. Backhands. Goes to second. Won the turn. Double play. Game over. And the Revs have won their 4th in the last 5 on a spectacular double play started by Ryan Dent, who had the big bat tonight as well. Casilla turns it. Rincon with his 4th save. And the Revs win 8-5 in the opener here against Southern Maryland. Their 4th double play turned of the night. 2 on ground balls, 2 on strikeout throwouts. And the Revs had to earn this one. Southern Maryland kept on coming, tied the game in the 7th, but the Revs retook the lead right away. And Dent added on to it, and he starts a magnificent double play to end it. Fittingly so. On a ball ripped by Teodoro Martinez. He sprawled to the backhand, down to the dirt, and fed it perfectly to Alexi, who did the rest. Revs win their 4th in the last 5. 3-1 on this homestand with 2 to go. And now 14-12 on the year. They will at least stay within 4.5 of first place. Excellent job from The bullpen in the final 2 innings to nail it down as well. And once again, your final score tonight, the Revs 8 and the Blue Crabs 5. And that does end Teodoro Martinez's 11-game hitting streak. 8-5 your final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This Friday is First Friday in downtown York. Spend the night downtown from 5 to 9 p.m. and celebrate our restaurants, cultural venues, and nightlife hotspots. Enjoy live music, line dancing, a play place with giant games, and a kids' corner featuring balloon art and face painting on Continental Square. Then explore the rest of downtown. Get to know York again, or for the first time at downtownyorkpa.com.
By royal command of the little princess living in your house, Mom and Dad, you are hereby invited to Princess Day with the York Revolution. Dress Her Royal Highness in her princess costume on Sunday, June 10th for pictures and tea with her favorite storybook princesses. Take your royal portrait with Cinderella's coach and get tips from YouTube makeup celebrity That Girl Shay. Princess Day at PeoplesBank Park, Sunday, June 10th. Glass slippers optional. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs win it tonight, 8-5. Daryl Henry back with Michael Mark Antonini. We welcome you to the post-game show. York now 14-12. They improved to 3-0. against their division foe, Southern Maryland. Blue Crabs fall to 10-18, and the Revs have won 4 of their last 5. 4 double plays tonight, tying a season high. The franchise record is 5 in a game, which they've done twice, most recently last season in a game, actually a loss against Lancaster, but 4 tonight, pretty sweet. And the Revs get the win here, 8-5, and those double plays were huge, Michael. Obviously a great one to end it, but a couple of big strikeout, throw-out double plays in key spots as well. And Revs, this is a game that they had to earn tonight, the way that Southern Maryland kept coming back.
Absolutely. Nothing given. Everything's got to be earned, and they did that tonight. Impressive. You mentioned the 4 double plays. Second time this season the Revs have turned 4 in a game. The other time, April 28th against Lancaster. That was in the first series of the season. The 2 that impressed me the most, well, obviously, I will point out that 6-4-3 double play to end it was pretty sweet. Dent able to get a glove on that and then the turn. But the strike him out, throw him out double plays, especially the one with Grant Sides in the game they got to end the 7th, I believe it was.
Yeah.
That was one of the most important plays of the game, because that's a point in time where the Revs are holding on to a slim lead right there. And they needed something. They needed to make something happen. And right there, Luis Cruz threw a bullet down to second. Dent made a nice tag. The throw was a little high, pulling the tag down and getting it down there. That was huge. A time in the game where they really needed something to go unconventional in their favor, and it did.
By the way, I'd like to say hello to Alexandra from the Sandy De Leon fan club back home listening tonight. Glad she can tune in. And a big win for the Revs here tonight.
I'm part of that fan club, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the Sandy fan club.
Yeah, I have an honorary certificate as well, stating that we were part of that club. But we'll recap things here tonight as the Revs get the series opening victory. And Dominic Severino